Testing. 1, 2. Can you guys hear me? Hey. Oh, I thought I saw somebody else in there. How are you doing today, Trey? Wow. Okay. Good for you. Hey, it's not you. I'm just disappointed in him. How old is this guy? Okay, it's again, it's like, I'm thinking like 19 years old is still sad, but more understandable than it feels older. Well, yeah, I mean, there's no question about that. Hey, Ren. Yep. Are you going to share those chips with the rest of the class? Oh, Ren, is your sister going to join us today? Oh. You should tell her to listen in, just so she can hear you roleplay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time of day it is for you. Good day. It is Sunday, and we're back to playing my D&D campaign, the Out of the Abyss campaign. And with us we have Star King.
Hi.
Mystic Rin.
Hello.
Little Tree.
Howdy.
And Sorelia. Now, Cranky Pants and Caramel Cactus are not with us right now. I don't know if they're going to show up later today. Time schedules is probably the biggest enemy any D&D party could ever suffer. And if you missed it, Star King is playing Khan, who is depicted by the big teddy bear samurai on the left side of the screen there. Mystic Rin is playing Feyolan, which is a dark elf with the white hair on the right. Cerelia is playing Aurelia, which is the halfling.
Aloria.
Aloria. I always say her name wrong. I don't know why. Aloria, who's in the lower right corner, and Tree is playing Adion, the pink-haired furball in the bottom. Which reminds me, Tree, did you ever get a
Yes.
chance to redraw Whiskers?
No.
Okay. Whiskers is her kidnapped child, a hook horror.
Look, Coco, I would have gotten to it, but I've been working.
You know, last week
Child.
we had a little one-off game with Rin and Cerelia, which we finally get to play the Cogent rule set. But the week before, we were playing this, and does anybody want to give us the recap of what happened 2 weeks ago in Out of the Abyss?
If I'm correct, Cranky will be here in a few minutes. He was doing some stuff and he forgot the time.
Okay, it happens.
That's very cranky.
So let's burn some time by doing our little recap. Do I have any volunteers?
No, I always do it. Someone else do it this time.
I would if I remembered.
I can't remember much. I can remember we got to this mushroomy forest. I remember Adian started to freak out due to a dream, I think. We got a task to kill a certain beast within this forest. When we got to the beast, Stark was grabbed by it, almost eaten.
Oh, right. Yeah.
My character Aurelia tried to save him by trying to jump into the mouth. Ended up getting deceased by, I think, can't remember if it was being bitten or whatever happened, but we managed to kill it through a giant thunderbolt inside the mouth of it, and it ended shortly after.
Okay, I'll fill in some of the gaps here, and thank you for the lemon donation. Is at 55. So, you guys got out of those silken paths. Took you a few days of travel, and you made it to the outskirts of Neverlight Grove, which is where you see the entire mushroom paths.
Hi, Cranky.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the crew, bud. I hope you enjoyed the stream. So, when you got to this mushroom path, you started seeing what is called fungal servants, which is essentially animated corpses, harvesting or farming like many of the mushroom paths, and that's when Adian started freaking out. I don't think Adian has really gone into detail on why she's having issues here. She did mutter something about dreams. And while traveling through the paths, I think somebody was trying to harvest one of the mushrooms. Oh, I see Cranky Pants is here.
Yeah.
Welcome, bud.
Pants man.
Alright, so a myconoid stopped somebody from harvesting. I forget who was trying to harvest. The myconoid called himself Lumbamud, the leader of the Circle of Hunters. No, Lubamub.
Lube move.
Yeah,
Coco.
I will type it in the DLive chat.
Coco,
No, we
Cranky
say
says
Lambada.
that you still have the Phasmophobia tag.
Do I? Okay, wait. Thank you. I'll change that. I did change it in the restream, but I forgot to do it here. So a lot of people join are probably expecting Phasmophobia. So sorry if you guys feel tricked. Was not my intention.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Corinne. Besides, my D&D streams are more popular than my Phasmophobia streams. Why would I want people to think I'm doing Phasmophobia? Okay, so Lubamob stopped you, saying that that you'll anger the fungal servants by doing that. They're typically this passive, just doing their job until somebody tries to steal or threaten them. And Lubamob agreed to take you to Neverlight Grove under one condition. There's been a creature that was, terrorizing their fields, and that's when you guys agreed to take out the Otyog. Well, you found out it's an Otyog after you kind of ran into it. That's when the Otyog engulfed half of Star King, or Khan, and Khan decided to use his lightning javelin to throw it deeper back in the guy's throat, and that's when the lightning bolt showed up, fried his insides, and you guys finished him off. Aloria got diseased when trying to harvest the teeth from the Otyog, which were diseased teeth. Failed her saving throw and is now currently diseased. And will probably die in a few days unless cured.
Good job.
So you argue hello?
And now you guys have returned to Lubamod, who's grateful. And that's right. There was one more thing. One of the corpses that they were like the circle of hunters were gathering corpses in the field to turn them into fungal servants. One of the corpses was it looked like a dark elven wizard or a spellcaster of some kind because it had spell scrolls in a case. You guys opened up the case and it seemed to be these scrolls in a language nobody understood, and those multiple scrolls that seemed to be connected in some way. It's gonna be a lot of investigation needed in there if you guys want to figure out what that does. And a special magical gem of intelligence. When Feyolan tried to take it, Whiskers, the hook horror baby you guys were with, got curious about it, picked it up with his beak, and ate it.
Now we can talk.
Now he can talk, and since technically in hook horror years, Whiskers is a teenager, he is an angsty hook horror teenager.
Coco, I completely forgot about the talking hook horror.
Yep. And let's see, let's bring up the picture of Whiskers. Whiskers as a baby, drawn by a tree. Well,
Do you think Caramel would be fine with that doodle that
all right, where is he?
she drew?
Not finding Whiskers. Where do I have Whiskers? See, a character or an
Good
NPC?
job.
Here we go. This was Whiskers as a baby. But now he's not a baby anymore. And we need a new picture of Whiskers.
And Tree doesn't have time to do that. But...
Hey, Queen Satan. Welcome to the stream.
Queen Satan.
Alright. So, you're back with Lubamon. He begins to guide you all to Neverlight Grove. As you get closer and closer, you notice that a lot of the large mushrooms, there's a bit of construction around. Like a lot of these mushrooms don't seem to be like naturally grown. They have to be like crafted in some way, and they begin to look more and more twisted and unnatural as you get closer and closer to Neverlight. Lubamon sighs like a telepathic sigh as you get closer, and he tells you guys, like, okay, we're almost there, but we might run into Gaspid. He's a bit odd, especially around travelers, so try not to take any offense of anything he says. He's a bit eccentric. And just as he finishes saying that, another Myconoid shows up with a small group of Myconoids who seems to be constructing another mushroom tower. Let me go ahead and change the scene here.
Wait, is that a mushroom tower, or is that a giant living mushroom monster?
You haven't gotten to that part. I mean, these are towers.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, don't get ahead of me here, Cerelia. We'll get to the giant mushroom monster later. Excuse me. So, another mechanoid,
Spoiler.
spanked by a few others, runs up to you, and he spits out his spores so he can communicate with you guys. He's like, oh my, you must be travelers from up top. Is that true? Is that true?
What's wrong with it?
He grew up. That's what's wrong with him. It's a trap.
Who's in the lead, by the way?
Not Aiden. He's freaking out in the back.
Well, Feyolan is usually in the lead.
Yeah, it's usually either Feyolan or the
Rosie.
character that, yeah, Rosie.
Okay, well, the mechanoid runs up to you, Feyolan. It's like, and well, Loompa Mud introduces him. Oh, like, oh, this is Gaspid. This is who I was talking about. Yes, whatever you're talking about doesn't matter. You, traveler, I would love to know. You're from above, aren't you? Aren't you?
I have been above, yes.
Okay,
The rest are all from above.
okay. Oh, perfect. You must tell me about the architecture you have in your cities up there.
Feyolan looks up from left to right. I'm like, this is turning into small talk. Someone save me. Rosie! But she not there? I'm like, okay, I'm fucked. They make houses out of wood and stone, like straight up with, like he tries to make a triangle with his hands, like roof. He's like so confused. It's so funny.
Okay. He seems to be taken aback when you mention that you make houses out of stone. It's like, stone? How do you grow stone up there? That sounds so fascinating.
Well, we don't grow it. We have soft stone and hard stone. We just usually cut them into cubes and stack them on top of each other.
Okay, everybody else, I need to do roll me a perception check.
Oh, please. Don't let this guy kill me when I'm trying to explain how fucking houses are built.
Oh my god, perception of some 1.
Am I rolling with disadvantage?
No, you just roll with normally. Okay, Adion, you're the one that notices this, but Lubamod is like trying to motion for you guys to just like walk around Gaspid as he's trying to get into Neverlight City, and he seems to be distracted by Feyolan.
We bear man, we go that way. He's talking to you, Stark. Is Stark in the voice?
No, here. I'm here. Sorry. So, am I supposed to go with him? Just go?
That's up to you.
Yeah, I'll just go.
Aiden's clinging to is it Khan?
Yeah, that's the name of the character.
I'm smart.
And just so you guys know, like last night, I did scratch up both my eyeballs, and everything is super blurry right now. Wearing glasses just makes things even blurrier. So I'm really like have to focus to read my notes here. So things might be a little bit slow going as I try to decipher everything.
Just take your time.
Yeah, it feels like
There's
I'm
no
at
rush.
like an eye exam test. It's like number 1 or number 2.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We are patient, and
All right,
we'll
so
help you as best as we can.
okay, so now Feyolan, you get to roll a perception check, please.
Thank fuck. Wait, where am I? Okay, wait, okay. Perception.
Okay, you got a 5.
Okay,
So
yeah. Always the first roll.
okay, so Khan and Adion, you're kind of like following Lubamod. Everybody else, except for Feyolan, does notice Khan and Adion just kind of like sneaking past Gaspid. So, Cranky and Lori, are you going to follow suit?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, are you by your microphone? You sound like super low, Cranky.
How about now?
Okay, that's better. All right.
Aloria will stay behind. Just staying with
Are you going to stay with Feyolan?
Feyolan.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so with Feyolan, just so you know, you're probably going to be stuck there for a few hours chit-chatting. Unless, like, you find some way to break this endless conversation.
I swear, you're making Fowlin's worst nightmare come true. Small talk.
Well, Lubama did warn you guys.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, but the more and more you talk about the outside world, the world above, and the architecture, so Gaspard seems to be getting more and more excited about it. And he does talk about how he wants to craft, like, all of Neverlight to resemble that of the outside world. And occasionally he says things like, or perhaps he could make the outside world look more like Neverlight.
Okay.
All right. So the rest of you enter Neverlight, and Lubamod says, like, again, thank you for helping us with the creature out back. I'll let the Sovereigns know that you're here. I'm sure they would like to greet you. They like speaking with travelers from up above. You could rest here and recover from your journey. And he takes you to, like, as you can see, like, there's just giant mushrooms everywhere. It's well lit. There's a lot of luminescence of fungi all over the place. He brings you to what appears to be just like a large, a large room that's from a hollowed out mushroom and wall. And there appears to be what you could assume to be kind of like furniture, or just kind of like growing out from the ground. There's places you could sit, places you could lay down. So it's up to you if you guys want to just like chill out in here while Lubamod goes to get the Sovereign.
We don't have any provisions, so we probably should get some food and some water while we can.
Well, you're still talking to Gaspid, Feyolan.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I didn't say anything. Putting it up there. Just putting it up there. Very...
All right. So if anybody wants to do anything, feel free to speak up.
No, I'm just gonna, I guess, wait here and until either they come back or whatever action's gonna take place. So,
Thank you so much for the diamond, Queen Satan.
Satan.
It's spelled Satan. Okay.
I don't care. It's Satan. This one here.
It is
Yeah.
Satan.
And well,
It's not how you spell Satan.
That's how
God,
you spell it.
these mushroom things are so weird, right?
yeah.
Wait,
You
Coco, a quick
young
question.
man, you better not be
Is,
doing mushrooms.
Are me and Feyolan still outside?
I'm still talking.
Yep. Hey, Lori and Fallon are still chatting with Gaspid. Like, I would imagine that it's just mostly like Feyolan just kind of like nodding, like up and down, pretending to pay attention, and occasionally like throwing out, like, yeah, stone walls, we got them. I don't know what you're doing there, Eloria. Just watching them.
Yeah, basically just standing there watching, listening in.
All right. As you guys rest, it's about maybe like 10 minutes in the room. Another Mechanoid, a little bit taller than the rest, comes in, and there's several others. You count about like 6 other Mechanoids. Some are carrying baskets with various bits of mushrooms and other vegetation in there. When they show up, the tallest one introduces himself as Sovereign Philo. That's Phylo. Says, Welcome, travelers. We've heard that you helped our hunters out there in the wilds. Here, you feel free to rest here, and then the other Makunois, they put on the baskets. Seems to be food for you guys. You know, if you're vegetarians. Here, feel free to rest up and recuperate. You're more than welcome to stay as long as you like. Oh, quiet crowd today.
Yeah.
Okay, at
Sorry,
this,
Gideon's just like having a panic attack on Khan.
Panic attack.
Yeah, he's like clinging to your arm and like, I don't mind the mushrooms.
It's okay. They're good to eat.
I'm really sorry, guys. I'll be back in a few. I'm getting a call. Bye.
all right.
I guess I approach the baskets and start like picking up food and thanking them for it. So
Sir, why are you touching him?
what?
Why are you touching it?
Why am I touching it? It's food. I'm hungry.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, it's not gonna kill me. It's gonna be fine. Why would they kill us? Why would they even try to? I see no reason. It's just food. I'm hungry.
Oh, I assure you, this is all quite edible for what do you say, the flesh folk, I think it's called. We get plenty of travelers coming through here, many merchants from all around the Underdark, and I could tell you for sure that this food is quite filling for your types.
See, it's good. Let's eat.
Now, if you would like, I am one of the sovereigns, and I command the Circle of Masters here. It is a quite wondrous thing here that we have created, and we would like to know more about the upper world, but I'm sure you all want to rest for now.
Yeah, it's best if we just catch our rest right now.
Perhaps,
we can recover.
yes, perhaps later we can give you a tour and show you around Neverlight and tell you about the great cedar who lives in the garden far beyond.
That'll be good. We need to get our bearings first. So I want to suggest that we rest and go from there.
All right, and with that, Sovereign Philo leaves with his entourage, and you guys have plenty of food to eat and recuperate for the day. Is there anything else anybody wants to try?
I poke Feyolan and tell her that everyone's gone.
Okay, so you're going to try to rescue Feyolan from this conversation.
Yes, I think so. At least I'll try.
All right, let's do a persuasion check. This will be a really easy one. You just need to beat a 5.
Yeah, look at me getting a nat 1 or something.
Nope, you're fine. All right, Gaspid, like he realizes that the rest of the party is gone, and he apologizes for taking up so much of your time. And you guys are able to walk in. You're able to find everybody else. You see everyone in a hollowed-out room of a mushroom, kind of feasting on random vegetations and fungi. Although, Adion, are you actually eating?
No. He was like freaking out and crying at the prospect of having to eat a mushroom.
So does anybody have any kind of rations Adion could eat?
I have a bead of nourishment on a string.
You could offer that to Adion if you like, to keep him from going hungry.
I will. So I walk over to Adian with the beads of nourishment. Here, eat this. You need food.
It's not a mushroom, right?
No, it's beets.
Okay. He eats
They
the
should
bead.
be flavorless. It's gelatinous.
Wait, I just ate Globagoo!
No. You did not eat Galapagos. I think. Maybe his brother. I don't know. I don't know
That
what those
ain't
are made
helping.
of.
Yeah. In the back of your
Aiden
mind,
starts
you hear like.
crying. He's like, I'm a murderer!
In the back of your mind, you hear like, "Why do paladins wear chainmail armor?
Oh, no.
Because it's Hurley armor." A check.
Oh my god.
No, you don't. You don't actually hear that. Sorry.
No, it's canon now.
Okay, Adian, I need you to let go for I can get some food for a bit. Just sit here. You have to sit down. And
Why? Why did the invisible stalker turn down the quest? He couldn't see himself doing it. A check.
Oh god.
The bear man can't leave me. I'll get murdered by the mushrooms.
They're not gonna murder me, Adian. Just sit tight. I need to get some food. I need to recover.
Alien's like crouched down next to Cerelia, like, eat him, not me.
What'd you say?
Well-
Like, eat Aurelia, not me? Is that what you said?
Yep. It's just
Well-
because Aurelia is like the closest person to.
Yeah, Aurelia is closest to you.
I guess I go near the baskets. Can I roll a perception check just to see if I notice anything funny about these mushrooms or anything like that?
For the mushrooms,
Or for anything in the basket, because I guess Adian's little I guess anxiety attack is causing me to kind of overthink it now.
go ahead and give me a nature check.
Alright.
You got what's that? An 18?
Yeah.
You don't notice anything odd with any of the mushrooms or the vegetation. It all seems perfectly edible for you.
Of course.
You also notice like some of them has actually been steamed.
All right. I guess I'll grab a little bit of everything from the baskets, and start eating. First, in case, just to I guess show confidence in the food. Yeah.
Okay, when the rest of the group sees you eating like so readily, like the prince goes ahead and digs in to the food, as does Jim Jar. Even Whiskers, he stabs a few mushrooms and he eats some of it.
Uh-oh.
God, this stuff tastes like crap.
Who's gonna die?
I like how Stark just. Oh no.
Jeez, Dad, you gotta calm down. You're making us look bad.
He
I'm
just starts
trying.
crying.
Coco, I'm gonna try to calm Adian down and ask if he has some way to cure me of this disease.
Okay, if you're trying to calm Adian down, you gotta give me a persuasion check, rather. Unless you have some other skill that could possibly use medicine if you want to make this like a therapeutic kind of thing.
I'm gonna try persuasion.
Okay, you got a 13. Adian, are you going to try to resist this?
Adian
Actually,
probably trying to prove it, yeah.
all right, give me a wisdom save and throw. Okay, you tied. I'm not sure how to handle this. I mean, usually, like, if it meets, it beats, but for which side? I'm gonna roll up a d2.
Okay.
On a 1, Aloria wins. On a 2, Adion wins. 1. You're feeling slightly less stressed out, Adion.
Okay. So they're mushrooms and not mold. They're not mold. They're not mold.
No,
they're
they
not
are not.
mold.
They are just regular mushrooms. They won't do anything.
And they're cooked.
You murdered them?
No, they're not murdered. They're just steamed. They're cooked. They're good to eat. Unless you're not telling us something that about them that you know about.
Would I know anything about them?
Give me a nature check.
Damn it.
The only thing you know about that, well, since you've been in the Underdark and you've been eating on vegetation and mushrooms just to survive, it doesn't really seem that much different than what you've been eating.
It doesn't. I mean, it's a mushroom.
See, it's just a mushroom. It's okay to eat.
So,
Yeah.
Adian, now that you calmed down, do you have some kind of way to cure a disease?
What'd you do this time?
Well, I accidentally pricked myself on a diseased tooth.
A tooth. I don't know about that. That'd be a medicine check.
You do have a spell called Lesser Restoration you can use to cure him, or cure her. Whether or not
Wait,
you
do
memorize...
I thought that was a level...
It's a level 2 spell. You can memorize level 2 spells. It's whether or not you memorized it is the question. In fact, I'm going to double check that because I'm almost positive it's a level 2
spell. I
spell.
didn't my spells this time around, so...
So yeah, but Lesser Restoration should be level 2. I don't know, what are you doing here? This app is... No,
After a long rest, I can reset my spells. You know that, right?
Yes. Well, I know that. Does Aloria know that?
Probably not.
So at the latest,
stuff.
you could do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
See, yeah, Lesser
So, like,
Restoration,
I
level
haven't
2
reset
Abjuration. Yeah, you just got to touch Aloria and cure the disease.
Yeah, I can fix you, but it'll have to be tomorrow. Can it wait?
I would hate to wait, but if that's what needs to be done, that's what needs to be done.
Okay.
I mean, what's going on with you?
Aloria, you would need to give me a
Coco.
medicine check so your character knows how much this disease is going to affect you. But but just you, the player, would know that the reduction in max hit points, once you get cured of it, you go back to normal. That's not going to be a permanent thing.
Oh, I thought it was a permanent thing. Oh, nice.
No, this is 5th edition, baby edition D&D for you guys. Don't worry.
Oh, shut up, Coco.
He's babying
Again,
us.
I expected it to be permanent, so if you...
Yeah, if we're
make
playing
it
1st edition
temporary.
or even AD&D, it would have been permanent. Not in 5th edition. You go back to normal, don't worry. But as far as how much knowledge you have on the disease, you don't know. You just know that you're feeling a little bit feverish.
Yeah, I can help you. It'll just have to be tomorrow.
All right.
I'll wait until tomorrow.
Okay. While you guys are resting and eating, it's like maybe an hour in. You notice that there's a tiny machinoid, like a child-sized machinoid, that's kind of like peeking his head around the corner, looking at you guys. Like whenever anybody looks at him, like he kind of ducks away shyly, but then he pops his head around again. He does that for, I don't know, maybe a minute or two before he actually like steps in nervously. He releases his spores out to, communicate with you guys. Like, he's like, hi, you guys are travelers, right?
Who are you?
Yeah, when you speak up, like, the moment you speak, like, he just kind of takes a step back, like, shocked that you replied. It's like, oh, sorry, where is his name? Hold up. I'm trying to read his name right now. You know how bad I am with these damn names.
Just make something up, Coco.
No, because he's actually in the book. I'm Rumpetord. I'm Rumpetord. I think. I'm really having trouble saying my name right now.
You don't have a name?
No. I have a name. It's just everything's so blurry. Like where do you all come from?
The woods? Well, it was in the woods, then we were in jail, and now we're just trying to leave.
He kind of like he fidgets with his hands a little bit, and kind of looks from one side of the room to the other. He's like, have you seen other machinoids out there?
I mean, there was a dude that was being carried by one of the guys from another prison, but he seemed kind of dead to me.
Stepping back.
When you say somebody being carried, like he looks like he got his hopes up a little bit, but then when you mention that he's dead, like he just kind of like looks a little bit devastated. You saw he was dead? Do you know his name?
I mean, would I have known his name? I don't think so.
Adion didn't know him. I don't think anybody mentioned his name around Adion.
No, don't think so.
But by this time, Feyolan, you would be there. Aloria got you away from the conversation with Gaspid.
Okay, well, do I remember his name? Because at the moment, the player does not remember the name.
It's Stool, but...
Oh yeah, Stool, right.
Stool.
Okay, so I walk up and say, his name was Stool.
Rumpetod, he just kind of like looks down when you say Stool. It's like, oh, how did he die?
Okay, so following in it. He died very bravely. There was a fight in the prison. The guards, they got to him before we could help him. He was very brave. He tried to help all of us, and he should be remembered for that, not for the way he died.
He's quiet for probably like a full-on minute. Before he just kind of like mutters like, yes, Stool was always the cool one. And he just kind of like slumps his shoulders and walks away.
Aww.
What? Sticks out for Stool.
Yeah, Stool was a nice character.
You guys knew him for like 5 minutes, and then he died.
That's no, I knew him longer. I was in the kitchens with him.
All right, yeah, you were cooking together. Didn't
Yeah.
you like spill soup on him or something?
No.
Somebody burned him with soup or something like that. I forget who it was.
It wasn't me, but I was there.
All right, so are you guys going to investigate anything, or are you just gonna spend the night, rest up?
Fallon is just gonna rest up because he's mentally drained.
What about the rest of you guys?
I need to recover from battle.
I'm gonna rest as well. I don't really need it, but I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna reset my spells real quick, not on roll 20, because that's a pain in the butt to do.
Yeah, it's probably better to like write it down on a piece of paper for now.
If we take this rest, this will count as a full rest or just a half?
This will be a full rest.
Okay.
So you'll all be back to like full hit points and spell slots.
Okay. Yeah, I just have to make note that my javelin's recharged and my other stuff is back to normal.
And where is that guy? Okay. Okay. So, you guys rest up. You don't know, like, it's always lit up in this area. There is no day to night cycle. But then again, you've been going through that the entire time you've been in Underdark. But you are awakened by another very tall...
Coco, we do know if it's day or night, since I have the orb of time.
Oh, right. I forgot you had that.
But are you going to tell us?
I will tell, yeah.
Okay, so as far as time goes, it's probably around like 2 o'clock in the morning when you guys are finished with your rest or woken up from your rest. Since, I mean, the kind of jet lag you guys must have down there must be crazy.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, another very tall Malkonite walks in, and you do kind of see like Rumpadump. That's okay. Yeah, my vision is kind of focused in. Rumpadump. I'm gonna type it in the DLive chat. Rumpadump. He's the shy version of Stool.
Rumpadump.
Yep, Rumpadump.
Rumpadum.
So, this tall Mechanoid seems to be about as tall as Philo. Steps in, is like, so you're the ones from yesterday that showed up. I see Philo's already introduced himself. My name is Basidira, the other sovereign of Neverlight Grove. What brings you here?
Just passing through.
It's just the spiders, and then now we're in the mushrooms.
Yes, I'm sure. I've heard you've taken out the creature that was harassing our hunters out there.
It
Yeah,
was gross.
You all must be
You're
quite
welcome.
quite
a
adept.
lot.
Yes, thank you. In fact, let me give you a tour of Neverlight Grove. I did hear that you've met one of our own out there, Stool.
True.
How did you meet him?
We met him in the prison from the Dark Elves.
We've had run-ins with patrols lately. He's gone missing, but I didn't know what happened to him.
Sorry to say that he didn't make it.
Yes, well, he's returned to the earth, as well it should be.
Yeah, I mean, technically.
It's the circle of life.
the demigorgon in him, but yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. What was that last part?
I didn't say nothing.
I
What?
think they said something about a demigorgon.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Sword. Oh, my phone is like flailing around a bit. Well, technically, the plan was to bring him back here to be arrested among his people, but we ran into a beast, and we thought all hope was lost, and we lost Stool and our companion who was carrying him.
Actually, when Eloria mentions the Demigorgon, and while Feyolan desperately tries to backpedal on it, you do notice that Basidia just kind of narrows her eyes at Eloria, but doesn't really seem to be surprised to hear the word Demigorgon.
Of course, it's a conspiracy, I say.
Wait, I didn't quite hear the last part.
Basidia doesn't seem to be surprised to hear the word Demigorgon.
Interesting.
It's like, yes, I see. Well, travelers, come with me. I'll give you the tour of Neverlight Grove.
So you know the demigorgon.
By the way, Tree, are you going to cast... before you cast Lesser Resurrection on Eloria, Eloria, give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, you are going to need a spell. Adion, are you going to cast Lesser Resurrection on Eloria?
Yeah, I don't have it in Roll20, but I'll take out the spell slot.
Okay. Eloria, you are
Thank
currently
God.
cured.
Thank you, because I was actually starting to wonder whether or not Alien would remember, or if he would be freaking out again.
Okay. So, are you all going to follow Basidia?
Adian will lean over to Fallon. Do we have to?
Yes? Fallon is just feeling like really self-conscious about the fact that they didn't bring Stool back. So he just like agrees to everything.
Wait, Coco, is Lupin still with us?
Yes, Lupin is still with you.
Okay.
Thanks for reminding me that Lupin is still there. Completely forgot.
Just had to hear. But
Like, Ayo, a tour sounds fantastic. Let's take him up on it. Let's go. Maybe they have a Starbucks franchise over here. Get a coffee. Got a little bit of a dip in the coffee with one of those biscuit thingies. You know, make a day of it.
Oh my
Can
god.
someone please shut the
With
him
the
fuck up?
Starbucks.
Okay, so is everybody okay? Krunk, what are you doing?
I'm going along with the group.
Okay, you're gonna go along the group. As Star King, you're gonna go along the group.
Yeah.
Eloria.
I will follow. I also intend to actually interrogate, somewhat interrogate the person.
Okay. Was he like, God, do we have to, Dan? Hideon? Your child is
sorry,
talking to
spaced
you.
out. I spaced out, sorry.
Typical
Did he
parent.
ask if we had to go?
Yeah, he's like, God, do we have to, Dad? So lame.
I mean, we could go do something else if you'd like.
There's nothing to do around here. Nothing to kill.
We could go kill something after the tour.
Promise.
Pinky promise.
I don't have pinkies.
Hook promise. I think the hook was my...
Khan gives a very disapproving look towards Adian and the kid. Shakes his head.
But you know, it takes a village to raise a child.
Alright, so.
Adian never expected to be a dad.
You were the one that wanted to kidnap the egg. You chose this!
Yeah, but Rosie was supposed to be here too.
Well, technically Rosalind is there, just in a comatose state, seeing as how Karma was in here. So I guess the plan was like not to be a single parent.
Yeah, essentially.
Alright. So Basidia begins to walk around Neverlight Grove. It's like, so how much has Philo told you about Neverlight?
Not a lot. Just that, your mushrooms, fields are sacred to you. Yeah, that.
Oh, I was sure he would ramble on about the Great Cedar again.
Well, he did mention something about it, but we didn't quite, understand him.
Well, you see, not many travelers know much about machinoids, but typically we don't have two sovereigns. But Philo has done well so far. You see here, and then Basidia like brings you to like separate mounds, like throughout all Neverlight. Like this is the mound of the hunters, and down that way is the mound of the builders. We have the mound. Wait, where are those mounds? Wait, need my vision to focus in a little bit. You'll get there. Basidia keeps taking you to each different mounds and tells you about the circles. It's like, you have met the leader of the circles, the circle of the hunters already, Lambumba. Damn it, now you got me doing it. And the circle of the builders, Gaspid. Well, we have leaders of the circle of the sowers, the circle of the explorers and growers. And every few days we do what is called a Meldon, where we each share our rapports with each other. But lately, Philo has broken with tradition and created a circle of the masters. And Basidia kind of like makes her way towards Eloria as you're walking down through Neverlight Grove. It's like, and you said Stuhl's body was taken by the Demogorgon?
I think so, yes. At least some kind of mushroom was taken by the Demogorgon.
And go ahead. Feyolan, give me a perception check.
Okay. Nim, 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 nim.
Oh damn, my rolls are
Okay.
not great.
So, well, you just don't notice something. It's like, we've had many travelers come down here the past few months. We hear rumors. And we've gotten an interesting group arriving here just a few weeks ago. And Basidio approaches you, Feyolan.
Okay.
They were looking for some people. They're looking for
No.
a group, and Rumpadump told me you were in a prison. You've all escaped from a prison. Well,
That's correct.
well, there was a patrol from a particular prison came here looking for people. But they talked to Philo. He assures me that they left, but there was just something odd about it.
I see. Did you happen to see what direction they were walking in?
No, I wasn't around when they left, but... And Basidia takes you to... Like, you're taken to, like, the bottom of a long incline that leads into... Like, it looks like it's, like... The incline keeps getting narrower and narrower into a large room up above, but you can't really see what's on the other side. And Basidia stops. She's like, Philo and the Circle Masters, she looks from each one of you. It's like there's something off with them. They are performing something up there. I'll be honest with you. It scares me. I cannot go up there. Whatever is going on with some of the leaders is coming from there. And I believe what happened to that patrol that was looking for you, they might be up there.
Dead, hopefully.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Actually, I got two. Do you have any knowledge about the lost Tomb of Calm?
Hold up, I'm going to roll something. There are many ruins in the Underdark. Some closer to Neverlight Grove than others, and I do know of some tombs. Their names I can't really say, but I do know of one. Are you looking for it?
Yes, I am looking for that.
Okay. I have one request for you. You've all appeared to be quite capable, and I'm best case scenario, nothing will come of this. Worst case, I'd be more comfortable if you handle this. Investigate what's going on up there. I keep hearing whispers about a marriage ceremony. Hold up, I'm trying to get this guy's name now. Yerperup. He was one of our circle leaders, and he's just been gone for weeks up there, preparing for a marriage ceremony that, quite honestly, I have no idea what it's about. But I dare not go up there, otherwise be influenced by whatever is taking over the rest of the leaders. If you were to find out what's going on up there, I will not only tell you where this tomb is. I and a few of the other leaders will escort you there. In fact, we could take you over to the next town if you wanted.
Sounds like a mighty fine
That
reward.
sounds like a good idea, at least from my point of view.
Is there
I
mold in
wouldn't
that
mind.
town?
I have one more question.
Yes. Before you ask that, it's like, I've never been to the town myself, so I can't say if there's moat or not. But if it wouldn't be, and then Bassetti just kind of like motions to the rest of Neverlight, it wouldn't be like this. There's no other place in the Underdark like Neverlight.
Okay.
Okay, Laurie, what were you gonna say?
The second thing I was gonna ask is, do you perhaps know anything about the guild Santarim?
Say that the what?
Shintarim. The old thieves guild.
Oh, okay. Would she know anything about them? This is gonna be a very difficult check because, especially she's never heard of them.
Well, I thank you for your help.
Okay. Well, travelers, as I said, I'm sure, hopefully I'm overreacting, but I'll feel safer if you go up there and get confirmation for me.
We have to go up there.
Yes, and so, beyond... hold up, there's actually a name for this place. I'm trying to... That is, up above there is called the Garden of Welcome. And that is not what distresses me, but what does distress me is beyond the Garden of Welcome is Yugmorgus. At this point, everybody go ahead and give me a nature check.
Nature.
Okay, wow, we got 3 successes here. So Kronk, Star King, and Feyolan. You've heard the name Yamorgas before. You don't know much about it, but to your knowledge, it is just like you've heard rumors about it just being a humongous mushroom. You've heard it might be like a large connection of different mushrooms that work as like an overmind. You heard that it might just be an entire landmass. You're not entirely sure what it is exactly, but you do know that it is massively huge.
Oh, this is gonna suck, doesn't it?
Yeah, when I say massively huge, I mean like the size of a city.
Jesus Christ. Ah. Well, Fallon is hesitant because he is now the only surviving prisoner of that cell in that escape, because Rosie was in a different cell and with the alien. So he's very reluctant to go anywhere near where the guards have been seen or...
Well, don't forget, you still got the Prince and Jim Jar. So you're, you're
right.
technically not the only one. That's the only player.
Is Whiskers doing anything interesting right now?
Whiskers is probably just staring at his smartphone. Or whatever the equivalent is teenagers do in D&D.
Exists, but fucking duct tape doesn't?
I'm just like, if those exist, how the hell would he use them?
Very carefully. But Star King, you would think that this has something to deal with your investigation, by the way.
To the Demigorgon? I mean, I thought that was already...
Well, it's not just a Demigorgon. Like, just to remind you, your investigation isn't just the Demigorgon. It's about any kind of demon influence or activity going on.
Oh, okay. Yes, this interests me. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Okay, let me write that down real quick. Hold on, give me a second.
What is that thing you mentioned?
Humongous? Yomorgus?
Yeah, I'm asking the actual NPC.
Yeah. Yomorgus, he's... How can I say so that you can understand? He is a part of this world. He connects all of the Underdark in a way. It is alive. It's all around us, and it's sentient.
Okay, can I ask a player question?
Yes.
Just so I understand as a player. Is it like comparable with like the turtle from Legend of Ong? Like the lion turtle thing?
I know. Like... I do know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, the lion turtle was it was like an entire island in the ocean. I guess Humongous, or you, I keep saying it wrong. Yomorgas is kind of like the fungus version of that in the Underdark.
Okay, so it's more like Tartarus. Like you're standing on it. It's him everywhere. The ceiling, the bottom, everything is it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. I didn't want to just,
okay, okay, the player understands.
Is it dangerous?
Oh, not at all. All Humongous wants is to sleep and to live. What worries me is if he falls under the influence Philo has.
I can't
If
let
that were to
happen,
happen,
right?
Wait, we had two people talking there.
Rin?
Go ahead, sorry.
No, Tree.
Go ahead, sir.
I was just going to say, if that were to happen, would we be able to escape it or fight it?
It's like Basidia seems a little aghast at the concept of fighting Yomogas. This I cannot fathom any way to battle the Earth itself.
Never met us, apparently.
Well, if he's if he has to have fungi, or rather a lot of fungi, then there's always fire, I presume.
Do what you must, but fire works on, to my understanding, dry vegetation. I doubt it'll do much to Yomungas, but hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Wait, so you're saying that if this goes bad, then we're gonna have to fight a giant mushroom?
There's a chance.
What I'm asking you to do is to investigate what is happening with Yuparup and this wedding. And to see if anything's going on with Humongus. It's not Humongous, there's no N there. Yugamus. Yeah, I'm going to type this in DLive chat. It's YGGMORGUS.
Yigmorgus.
Yugmorgus.
I hate it.
Can we do all the Dyslexis players a huge favor and just say enormous? Thank you, please.
No.
You're rotting my
It's
brain.
Yugmorgus.
For some reason, I'm not seeing that the chat in my end.
You might need a refresh. Wait, are you looking at the Roll20 chat or the DLive chat?
DLive, sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing this for anybody who's watching could see like the word I'm trying to pronounce.
Trying. Attempting.
Well,
Failing.
All right, now me being the cop now, I want to ask him about what the ritual that's going on right now.
Right?
Do you know? I guess any specific names that they're trying to, or specific demons they're trying to summon? You know, like the Demigorgon, or
I doubt it's gone that far. Hopefully, I will dread the idea. Demigorgon, I've heard the name on whispers from travelers coming in and out of Neverlight Grove. I have not personally seen his influence, but there is something happening here. All I know at the wedding is that they have been rehearsing it for someone. Who that is, I do not know.
do you know who's the party that's been involved, like the leaders, or who's actually?
Yuba were up. The leader of the, let's see, he's the leader of the Circle of Sporers. He's the one that's been up there for a while now, who has not returned for any of the Meldons. And I do know that he is very favored by Philo.
Favored? Wait, favored by who?
Sovereign Philo. He's the one you met yesterday.
Oh, yeah, Sovereign. Okay, the one that gave us food. Okay, okay, this is good. Are you involved in it too, or are you just playing along?
I assure you, I am not playing along to anything that's going on with this wedding. That's why I'm asking you to investigate for me.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, this is gonna be complicated.
Oh, and I just realized the entire time I've been using the wrong word. It's not Yupperup. That's the leader. It's Yestabrod. Yestabrod.
Jesus Christ, this is getting more and more complicated. Hey,
Yeah, I'll go ahead and type it in the DLive chat.
You're confusing me, Coco. My brain no work.
Well, it's very similar. It's Yestabrod. Brod. Yestabrod.
Yes, the bread.
Where you going?
So wait, what does that mean? Wait.
No, that's just the name of the person she wants you to investigate. I just got the names wrong.
Well, I guess you should probably take on this quest.
Well, let us do that.
Well, I am giving you guys. I don't want you to feel like I'm railroading you. You guys could literally just turn around and leave. Or you could set the entire place on fire if you want. It's up to you.
Well, I want to go since I could really use the data on the tomb.
Okay, can we just put up a vote? Who wants to go and who doesn't want to go?
I'd prefer not to. I don't like the mushrooms. I don't like any of this. I just want to get out of here. I'm gonna go back up to the normal world. Screw the Demogorgon. I'm just gonna go back to my normal life.
I need to investigate the demon summoners. This is part of my mission.
Okay, so 2 yes, 1 no. Cranky, what are you voting for?
For which one?
Do you want to go on to the quest to maybe get some information about that temple Han and want to do, or do you want to just keep on moving and disregard this?
Just keep on moving.
Okay, well, Feyolan would also pass, so now it's a tie. Well, I mean, Rosie is the, tiebreaker.
Lubin wants to go up there.
Yeah, that's why Rosie is a tiebreaker, because it is 3-3.
Let me go ahead and ask Rosie. Oh, she wants to go up there.
Alright. Oh, I have a whisker on my arm.
No, Whisker's not there.
No, like a whisker from my cat.
Oh.
He just dropped one. So I guess we're going up there.
All right.
We are.
Well,
I guess.
Not too excited, you guys.
Hi, baby.
okay.
Well, it might be better to go up there. The tomb we can find afterwards should, according to legends, contain quite an amount of stuff. Maybe useful, maybe not.
I don't care about loot.
You say that until you get the loot. Then
Well,
I care about kills. There's a difference.
well, Feyolan, since you don't care about loot, do you want a fungi feeler?
What?
What?
yeah, I missed that last part too.
Do you want a fungi feeler? You know those violet fungus we found at some point?
Look, I'm gonna come with you guys. Like, don't worry about that. It's just Feyolan isn't motivated by looting, but if there is loot, he will take what he needs.
Fair enough.
All right.
Especially if killed some things, and he's like, I have a right.
Alright, so you're approaching the Garden of Welcome. See, the plateau rises higher than the other terraces in the area. And is screened by a natural fence of zirclewood stalks. You can hear muffled murmuring, like it can be heard from the top of the plateau as you get closer and closer to it. When you enter the area, like the light kind of dims a little bit before it gets more brighter as when you go deeper in. And the low murmuring grows louder as you reach the top, turning into a symphony of moans, cries, and hisses. The only light comes from a few glowing mushrooms along the edges. But even in the gloom, you can't miss the source of the sounds. When you go deeper into the Garden of Welcome, you can see the heads of dozens of creatures, humanoid creatures, of the Underdark races, popping out from the ground. And there's mold and fungus growing over their heads.
Mold fungi?
Mold and fungi are growing over their head.
Doesn't sound like a fun time.
Well, maybe one of the guys was a fungi.
He probably
Yeah.
was not.
Wah, wah. Okay, who could understand Undercommon?
I do.
Who else?
I know I cannot.
Okay, so it's just Feyolan. Okay, so Feyolan, one of the voices, you could recognize the language they're speaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a female voice, and are you going to approach the voice?
Can I use my cloak and stealth in order to get closer?
Yes, you can attempt that. Go ahead and roll up
Okay.
stealth.
Okay, stealth with advantage from having my cloak up. Fuck you.
Alright, you got a 10. As you approach the source of the language you can hear or understand, you can see it's coming from a female drow who's buried to the bottom of her neck in the fungi. And she's just kind of like moaning out in pain. She sees you, and her eyes light up almost as if she recognizes you.
Is it the fucking guard? The female guard? Because that bitch is burned into my memory.
Oh, go ahead and give me a history check. Yeah. You do recognize this as one of the guards from the prison you guys are in.
Okay.
She's actually she's begging you to kill her. She's saying it hurts so much. She manages to stir like within the ground a little bit. And from the ground underneath, you see her hand trying to push out from the ground, and she raises a spider medallion that is half embedded into the bloated growth that is once her head.
Okay.
And half her face is already rotted and pulsing. And a bed of sprouts and scores of tiny mushrooms are coming out from that fungus. And she just whimpers out the Great Cedar. It's a trap. She's here. The Lady of Decay.
The Lady of the what?
The Lady of Decay.
Oh god, fuck, this is...
Wait.
Can I take the amulet?
Would Adian be able to hear any of this?
Do you
You would
understand?
not understand.
This is all being spoken in Undercommon.
Damn it.
Okay, you want to rip the medallion out from her hand?
I want to be careful about it, and then I'm probably gonna stab her in her head. And say,
Okay.
I give you mercy.
Okay, the their hand seems to be like grown around the medallion. There's no way you could really get it out of there without like ripping chunks of her hand out.
Okay, then I will give her mercy and then chop off her hand.
Okay. You do recognize the medallion as being a symbol of loaf.
Yeah, I have multiple items now with the spider thing on it. I just hit I just realized something. Okay, I'm stupid. Took me long. Okay. Can I go to Adian and tell him what she told me?
Yes, you can. You can tell the entire party if you like.
Well, what is the party doing? Watching me kill somebody?
Yeah, so, yes, what is it? While Feyolan is conversing with the head and killing it, what is everybody else doing?
Watching.
Aiden's conversing with Whiskers.
Okay, Starking's watching. Adian is talking to Whiskers. Eloria, what are you doing?
I'm just looking.
Crunk, what are you doing? There are multiple heads like moaning in pain in the area. Cranky. I take it Cranky's being a little bit distracted right now. Alright, so what were you going to say to... well, that's what the party's doing. Now what are you going to do, Feyolan?
Well,
We're going to talk to... Yeah, we're just going to talk to Adian or the party?
well, I guess I'm gonna talk to the party, or well, anyone who was interested in listening, mostly.
I'm interested because I heard gasp and seemed important.
Yeah.
I tell everybody who was around me, but I focus on Adian because, you know, of the goddess part of it all.
And I don't know if Sorelia is near us, but the spider web design is something that we also got from those party members of his we found dead and took their armor from. It sounds so bad when you say it out loud.
Wait, so you're telling me that some of the armor we took is from that head's friends?
Well, you don't know this, but yes, we did take their armor and shit, yeah.
Well, I was basing it on that you were talking with it and you suddenly just said it.
No, just like I was talking as a player.
Well, what does Feyolan say to the party?
Feyolan basically repeats what the drow told me, and I hold up the amulet, and I do say that this is not the first time I've come across this signia in the dark in the last few, months that we've been here? Probably. I'm just gonna...
I have to ask, Feyolan, what does the amulet mean?
Okay, hold up. Let me just go into my I just have to go and check my notes real quick.
Keaton, what the fuck you doing?
Sorry. Was it in background? I think so. I usually put it. Ah, here it is. Marble Rose Emblem. That was... Where the fuck did I put this?
I think he was talking about the emblem that you just grabbed from the Dark Elf, right?
Yeah, but we've come across this before because I have a spell book with the same emblem on it.
No, there's a correction there. The spellbook you have does have a spider design, but it is not the same design as the loaf emblem.
Oh. Okay, then I really Oh wait, spellbook, leather notebook with spider imprint. Note
Yes.
said the orders they have gotten. Victor Rook name in search of temple saying. Blah. Yeah, okay. Then I really, really remembered it wrong.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. I gotta go and discipline my cat for a minute. Wait, I also have a dagger with a spider design on it.
Yeah, this all came from that same mage. She was just really into spiders.
Okay.
Hey, Dan, what you doing?
Okay, now did she tell the rest of you guys about the Lady of Decay, or did she just mention... No, not mention that.
She has not mentioned that yet.
Yeah, she hasn't mentioned that yet.
Yeah, that was not mentioned.
I'm back. Sorry, what?
Okay, so you were telling the party something.
Yeah, what the drow elves said to us before I killed her.
No, let's Feyolan tell the story.
God damn it, my memory is so shit. Well, I already forgot what she said. She said something about the seed and that she's in pain.
The Great Cedar.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I really can't remember it. It's been like 2 minutes, but I've already forgotten.
Yeah, I'll help you out. It's like she mentioned that they're being fed to the Great Cedar, and that the Lady of Decay is here.
Oh right, yeah. So Feyolan says they're being fed to the seeds, and that the Lady of what the fuck's with my memory?
Decay.
Of Decay is here.
No, we're leaving now. No.
Alien,
We're
calm
leaving.
down. What's wrong?
No, we're leaving. We're leaving right now.
Alien, tell us what's wrong.
We are going to die. We are all going to die if we do not leave right now.
Alien, what are you talking about?
As you're arguing, or trying to discuss, or panicking, all the heads, they begin to moan and cry out loudly as something begins to slither into the room, blocking the entrance you guys came in from. It's hard to tell what it is. Like, it looks like it might have once been a mechanoid, but it has a very large larval type of body.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. A disgusting larval creature rises up before you, showing only vestigial fungal growth that hint that it might once have been a mechanoid. Welcome, travelers. His voice gurgles and spits as it speaks aloud in your minds. It speaks aloud and in your minds at once. So you're not just hearing this telepathically, but you're hearing this with your ears as well. And as it speaks, you can actually see multiple mouths around this body speaking.
Great. That's just motherfucking great.
Are you here for the wedding rehearsal? Friends of the bride or her intended? Well, no matter. Let the love of the Great Cedar embrace you as you become one with her chosen, the Great Body.
I pass.
Excuse me, sir, but I need to go.
I have no idea whose wedding it is.
Like, oh, you don't? We are rehearsing for the wedding of the Lady of Decay, of course. And with that, like, multiple heads that were moaning out, like, their heads split open as spores shoot out. And you ever play Resident Evil 4?
Yeah.
God.
Remember when, like, people's heads would explode and they had those, like, those weird tentacle things spraying around?
Yeah.
That kind of happens here. As multiple spore servants pull themselves up from the ground. Let's see, there's 4 appear around you. They appear to be drow. You could assume they were from the patrol that was sent to look for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And there is... Really? Huh. And one hook horror spore servant also appears
No, 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 no. I'm leaving. I gotta leave.
Hold up. Changing the scene for you guys. This was the closest thing I could find to Yesterbrood. He is that thing in the background. That circle floating thing.
A floating mushroom guy.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be flown, but like I said, I looked on Google, and this is the closest thing I could get to could work with the guy.
No.
Now I need everybody to roll initiative.
No!
Wait, initiative.
Yes.
We're going down.
A minute. Why do you hate Adian?
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't hate.
What's the deal with these freaking initiative rolls, man? Damn.
See, I need to fix some of these because they're not updated.
Oh, come on. I rolled a 10 with a +8.
Well, it's better than the 2 you would have gotten.
True.
Gizzy, you get the 4, Feyolan get the 11. Wait, no, you got a 16. Why do you... No, that was your history check. Never mind. Still waiting on Crunk. Rosin and Whiskers, I got to roll for you guys too. The music isn't loud enough. Yeah, this is the same music I used with the that campaign we did last week. And Whiskers gets... Whiskers get a 10. This week gets a 4. All right. You guys are currently surrounded by 4 drow spore servants.
Coco, how high is Whiskus' dex?
Whisker's dex is a 10.
Mine is at 17.
Oh yeah, let's get you up there. In fact, I gotta bring up Whisker's character sheet. So, you know, if he dies, it'll be legit.
No!
I really hope he doesn't die.
I'm gonna cry.
Be popular if he dies.
I want Whiskers to be like, if like everybody's gonna die, I want Whiskers to be the only one to survive this entire campaign.
Okay, that could actually be fun.
And then he'll grow up and he'll become a bard, and then he'll sing the tales of the entire party. Like
Exactly, so won't kill him.
I guess he'll play a drum because he can't really play anything else. So Adion, like I said, you got 4 drow spore servants surrounding you. A spore servant hook horror behind you, and in front of you, that guy, Yistabrud.
Adian's like freaking out right now.
Well, it's your turn to act.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
I got a 4 though.
Why does it say 10 then? Oh wait, never mind.
That is me.
Wait, was that you? No, wait.
I'm not on there. I had an 11.
Yeah, I see you on there. I see you on 11.
Huh,
I don't-
I don't see Feyolan.
Okay, because I see it goes Feyolan, Eloria, Whiskers, Khan, Rosalind, Adion, Yeastbrud, and then I'm just going to have all the spore servants go last.
What about Lupin?
Lupin, I completely forgot to roll him. Thank you. You know what? I'll have all the NPCs go last as well. So that includes the Prince, Lupin, Jimjar, in that bunch. Whiskers is the only one I've rolled initiative for. So Feyolan, you're first.
Mm-hmm. Fun. Like, how far away are they?
We'll say they're all... Okay. Brood is probably about 20 feet in front of you. That's about 7 meters, 6, 7 meters. To your right are 2 Spore Servants. They're each about 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
To your left, there's 2 more Spore Servants. They're about 20 to 25 feet away. And behind you, about 20 feet, is the hook horror.
Can I use Shatter?
Who are you going to use Shatter on?
They're like 3 of them clumped together, right?
At most, you could get 2 of them. If you go for the Spore Servants.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that.
Okay, what do we need to roll for Shatter?
Well, they have to do a Constitution saving throw. On a failed attempt, they take 3d8 thunder damage, and half as much if they succeed.
Okay, so for the first Spore Servant... did it roll? Oh yeah, he got a 4, so he failed. Second one... got a 2. They both fail, so go on and roll up your damage.
Mm-hmm. Damn, seriously?
They each take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
They're still up. It's at the end of your action. And who's chewing into the microphone?
Sorry.
Oh. Gotcha.
We're down a party member, Coco.
Guys,
Yes.
just so you know, Cranky wrote in D&D. He's saying he's gonna take a break from D&D because the last 8 sessions have brought him down somehow from it. And for that reason, he decided to take a break. It's easier if you read
Okay.
it.
All right. We'll leave Crunk out of this for now then. Okay. So Feyolan, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Hey, Loria, you're up.
I will go to the closest of the servants and attack with my 2 swords.
All right. Roll up your attack rolls. Okay. Your first attack hits, so 8 points of damage. Although you do not have advantage, so you don't get your sneak attack.
True.
Is that the end of your
But
turn?
that's gonna be the end of my turn.
All right, next up is Whiskers. He's like, don't worry, Dad, I got your back. And he charges in to try to take out, help out Eloria with the Spore Servant she's attacking. Whiskers does hit. 4 points of damage, so that's a total of 12 points. That Spore Servant is down.
Nice.
Khan, you're up.
What's around me?
Okay, to your left, there's 2 Spore Servants about 10 feet away. Behind you, there's a Hook Horror about 20 feet away. And in front of you, there's Brood about 20 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the front and attack the thing 20 feet away from me in front. So where is it? Oh my god, where is it? Weapon. Sorry. I'm gonna use my katana greatsword to slash at it. So
That's going to miss.
what?
Well, you got an 11. That's a miss.
Okay. Well, shit.
Yes, his armor class is higher than 11, Star King.
Ah. Okay. Well, I guess that ends my turn.
Do you have anything you could use as a bonus action?
I can only do I guess, great second win, bonus action, once per short rest. Bonus action can regain 1+ fighter level hit points, but
You get that samurai warrior spirit thing, right? What does that do?
gain an extra proficient performance. That's why it doesn't apply.
No, I mean, you have something that gives you like temporary hit points and gives you advantage in next attack.
Yeah, fighting spirit, but I have to enact it beforehand.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep, that's fine.
Next up is
And
Rosalind. What would Rosalind do? I think Rosalind will go ahead and give Star King inspiration, using one of her bardic inspirations, and then attempt to slash at one of the spore servants that they got shattered. Let's see. He's going to use the Falcon. And that's going to miss. So Rosalind is currently in melee with one of them.
It's hard not being able to see where they all are on the screen, Coco.
Yeah, no. I want us to try to stop using the grid and start using imagination to see how well this works. If this doesn't really go too well, then I'll go back to the grid. 80 on, you're up.
Hold on. You said they're moist creatures, right?
Yes.
Okay, so my original plan was I wanted to ask earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt.
What was your original plan?
Well, my original plan was to set them all on fire and run away. But I'm pretty sure that's not actually going to work. Oh, I forgot to ask you, what's the damage dice on the sword?
It is a
that you gave
D8.
me?
It asks us a long sword, so it's a D8.
Alright, let me get that boy. I'm gonna... Which one's closest to me? Like... The one, like... Would it be the one that's already fighting Rosie, or...
Yeah, we can say that's the closest one to you.
Alright, I'm gonna go for that guy.
Okay, you have advantage, and that is still going to miss.
Damn.
Next up is... Wait, do you have anything else you want to do?
How's everyone looking, like... hit point wise?
Nobody's gotten hit yet.
Alright.
So full HP in my case.
That's all I'm gonna do.
So next up is Yistabrod. Let's see, he has a lot of interesting things he could do. He is going to attempt to do his caustic spores. He releases spores in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in the area must succeed on a DC 12 dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 acid damage at the start of each of Yisabrod's turns. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. So we're going to see just exactly how many of you guys this is going to be able to hit. Going to Destiny roll D20 on this. Okay, it's going to hit all of you.
Wait. That's not good.
Everybody give me a dexterity saving throw. Okay,
Well, at least we're not having disadvantage.
so far everybody's passing. We're missing Adion. And I'm getting Rosalind.
Oh, fuck.
Adion, you take 1d6 points of damage. I'll go do that in a second. Rosalind passes, though. Whiskers, though. Oh, Whiskers does not have a good dexterity.
No.
Whiskers passes. Let me do Lubin. Lubin passes. You are the only one that failed Adion. I mean, no, that's supposed to be 4 damage, not... It's a 1d6 plus 1, or just 1d6? It was 1d6, so you take 4 points of acid damage, Adion.
Of course I do.
Next up is Lubin, who's going to attempt to attack... Well, he's going to use a bonus action to activate his Ring of Chameleon and sneak to the side of Yisabrud to attack. With advantage. It's 22. Okay, he's able to deal 3 points of damage to Yisabrud. The prince is going to attempt to attack the one, let's see, Rosie and Adion's already fighting one. Yeah, the prince is going to fight one on his own. Misses both times. Jim Jar is going to attempt to help out the prince. And also misses. One Spore Servant attacks the prince. Damn it. See, hits the prince. Jim Jar is attacked by another one. Jim Jar gets hit. 1, 2, 3. Adion, you're going to get attacked by one of the Spore Servants. Does 12 break your AC?
No.
Okay, the prince takes 5 points of damage, Jim takes 6 points of damage.
Why can't we hit the mushroom?
The dice are just against you at the moment. Feyolan, you're up.
Okay. How many of those mushroom things are still standing?
3 Spore Servants and 1 Hook Horror, which, thanks for reminding me, I've completely forgot to have the Hook Horror attack.
Oh, shit.
Hook Horror is going to attack, let's see, let me roll. Whiskers.
Wait, is this a Whiskers versus Whiskers fight?
Kinda, except this Hook Horror is an adult, while Whiskers is still a teenager. So the adult has advantage. Whiskers takes 6 points of damage. Hey, I got his hit points right here. Okay, Feyolan, now you're up.
Okay. I would like to cast, wait, how close are they now, the mushroom thingies?
They're all in melee combat of various members of the party.
That's 10 feet, right?
We'll say they're like 10 feet apart, but so are the party members. What are you planning?
Like, how close am I to them? That's what I need to know. Still 20 feet? Or are they gaining...
No, I think they're probably about like 10-ish feet away from you.
Okay.
I guess they all moved in.
And can I want to use the cantrip Poison Spray. They have to succeed a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, who are you going to use it on? There's one attacking Jim Jar, one attacking the Prince, one that both Rosalind and Adion are fighting. There's a Hook Horror fighting Whiskers, and Yistabrud is fighting Star King.
I'm gonna go help Starking.
So Yistabrud needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
That is a failure.
Okay, then I have to roll 1d12 poison damage. 7
Yistabrud takes 7 points of damage.
poison damage.
Well, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Yistabrud does not take damage from the poison.
What?
Wait,
It appears he is immune to poison.
that sucks.
Okay, well now we know this. Oh, fuck.
Is that the end of your turn?
I would like to click my boots.
What do your boots do?
If I click them, I can go extra fast, but I have to use an action to click them before I can move.
Okay, well, you already used an action to cast.
It's a bonus action. Bonus action to
bonus
click my
action. Okay.
I mean, I think so. Let me check. I'm confused.
Alright, is that the end of your turn, Feyolan?
Yeah.
Eloria, you're up.
I will walk behind Yesterbread and attack him with my 2 swords.
Go for it. Those both hit. And you do have advantage on this, so go ahead and roll up your sneak attack damage.
That was 2d6.
Yes. So that's 19 points of damage you just dealt.
That's a lot of damage.
So that's 26 total added with... No, wait, I'm sorry. That's right. No, that's 19... You only took 19 points of damage so far. I forgot. Ignore the poison. Is that the end of your turn, or Loria?
That is the end of my turn.
Whiskers is fighting the Spore Hookar. It's like, God, you're so gross. Get away from me. That actually hits. Okay, he deals 5 points of damage to it. But Whiskers is so young, he doesn't have anything else he can do. Khan, you're up.
Alright, Fighting Spirit adding 5 temp hit points. Also, because I saw that Rosalind used inspiration on me, can I use my own inspiration as well? To that?
No, the bardic inspiration Rosalind gave you was you can choose to, on an attack or anything that rolls a d20, to add an extra d6 to that roll.
Okay.
So you could save it for later. You don't need to use it now.
Okay. All right. God damn it. Do I want to use that now? Okay. I'm gonna use my katana blade again once again to slash. Add it.
And you have advantage on this, right?
Yes. Because of what Rosalind did. So.
Go for it. Alright, you do hit and you deal 6 points of damage to him.
Wait, that's twice now you've hit a 1.
So now he's looking at 25 points of damage taken.
What?
So,
Wait,
well, total, like on top of what Cerelia did, Yusubru took 25 points of total damage.
Okay.
Okay, just keeping track. Is there anything else you want to do, Star King?
No, that'll be end of my turn.
Rosalind's going to attempt to attack the... Right, that's right, she has a weapon up here. Attack the one that Aedeon is also locked into combat with. That hits and deals 7 points of damage.
Wow.
And I'm sure Rosalind says something snarky. And then I sigh. 80 on, you're up.
That wasn't very fun for that guy, was it? That's
Well,
probably
he's
what you said.
still up.
Hold on, sorry, I had to switch to do the dex throw. How's everyone looking hit point wise?
I have still not gotten hit.
I think you and Whiskers are the only one that took damage so far.
Well, I'm attack. Take a hit.
Okay, that hits, you deal... Okay, you finish off the Spore Servant you and Rosalind were fighting.
Hold on, I'm trying to find my spellbook. Because I can use... Was it Healing Word as a...
Bonus action, yes.
Can I use it on myself? Or, well, I guess Whiskers would probably be the better option, because I bet you he's got way less than I do.
You can use it on either yourself or Whiskers. You choose.
I'll go with Whiskers. What do I roll for that again? Is it a d6?
Well, for Healing Word, it's a d4 plus your Wisdom. Why is that showing?
My wisdom.
I need to refresh this page.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Whiskers regains 5 hit points. How much did you take before? Wait, I need to bring up his character sheet again. I had to refresh the page. And there's a fly in my apartment, and it is bugging me so much right now.
Is it bugging you?
It's pissing me off.
Bugging you, isn't it? The bug.
I get what I did there. Guess it's my own fault.
It is.
Next up is Yisibrood. Let's see. Should he just do a straight up attack or do this other special ability? I'm gonna go for the special ability. It just seems fun. Okay, Yisibrood, he's gonna use his infestation spores. Yisibrood releases spores that burst out into a cloud that fills a 10-foot radius sphere centered on it, and the cloud lingers for 1 minute. Any flesh and blood creature in the cloud when it appears, or that enters it later, must make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. On a successful save, the creatures can't be infected by the spores for 24 hours. On fail, the creature is infected with a disease called Zuctomoi, and also gains a random form of indefinite madness. And it lasts until the disease is cured.
What now?
That's just peachy.
So he's going to cast it in his immediate area. The spores are going to burst out, so we are going to need Eloria, Starking, and Lupin. Roll Constitution saving throws.
Fuck!
Where's Lupin? From the sound of it, Aurelia, I'm guessing you failed again.
I hit an 8.
You just have no luck when it comes to diseases, does it?
Anything other than disease I can handle. Wait a minute.
Hold on, I'm trying to focus in. It looks like both you and Starking failed your saving throws.
No, wait a minute. You had advantage on saving throws against disease.
What is giving you that?
I forgot about that. It's my rogue archetype, the revived.
Oh, right, okay. So, Starking, you failed. You're gaining indefinite madness. Let's see.
Wait, indefinite?
Yes, which means it's going to last forever until we get cure disease on him. Now, I need to look up... Okay, here we go. Starking, I will let you roll this. Roll a D100.
100?
A D100, yes. 95. You are constantly scratching at unseen fungal infections. So this is going to give you disadvantage on your attacks from now on.
Unseen fungus, right?
Yeah, you're just constantly scratching yourself. And is there any other effect to this? Let me see. Oh my. Oh, there is another effect to it. Let's hope you get cured very soon. Okay, next up. Okay, so let's see. Lupin is going to attack. Let me bring out Lupin's character sheet and let him attack. Lupin hits. 8 points of damage. Does a sneak attack. So that's on top of the 25, 35, 39. 47 points of damage done so far. Now the prince gets his 2 attacks. Wait. No, that's not right. There we go. Both hit.
Oh, what the hell did you do?
Nah, I did equal 3 instead of plus 3. That's right. There we go. I did it again! The prince is able to take out his attacker. Now Jim Jar hits his attacker. Okay, so there's one Spore Servant left, and he's fighting Jim Jar. The Hook Horror, which is going to attack Whiskers again. Whiskers gets hit. Whiskers takes 7 points of damage.
Oh no.
How is Whiskers doing?
Let's see his health. He's not too hurt. He's just more grossed out than anything.
Interesting.
Okay, Feyolan, you're up.
Okay, so the thing that's attacking Khan is still alive, so I think I might go and help that. So no acid. I want to do Firebolt.
Go for it.
Make range. Wait, can I just press cost spell? Does that work again or not? Nope, does not work. D20 it is. 12.
That is not going to hit.
Okay.
And I keep forgetting to do this, but Yeastbrute actually has legendary actions. So as a legendary action, he is going to pick a random corpse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to pick the corpse that of the Spore Servant that Rosie and Adion took out. And it is going to erupt.
That's just great.
So I need Adion and Rosalind to give me dexterity saving throws.
What's happening in
My
this
dex
fight?
is horrible.
Rosalind has okay dexterity. So, Adion, you pass. Rosalind fails.
No.
So Rosalind's going to take 2d6 acid damage. Rosalind takes 2 points of damage. Okay, is that the end of your turn, Feyolan?
Yeah. Shit.
Eloria, you're up.
I am gonna backstab the guy again.
Go for it. Your first attack hits.
Oh,
No, wait. You have advantage, so they both hit.
oh, they both. Oh, advantage on both. Nice. And I expect my 2d6 as well.
So that's 9, 10, 15, 15 on top of the 50. Alright. Yeasterbrute is still going strong. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that is the end of my turn. I can't really do much more at the current time.
Alright. Whiskers is going to attack his dude. Did Pon go? There we go.
Okay.
Whiskers hit. 5 points of damage, but his Hokora guy that has a lot of hit points. Khan, you're up.
I'm gonna.
Okay. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Where's my character sheet? God damn it. Sorry. So disorganized. All right. Yeah. So I have a disadvantage because of the constant scratching. Okay. I'll use the katana blade one more time to slash at the whatever I'm attacking. So there it goes.
You double critted. So, yeah, disadvantage didn't really hurt you this time. And you do 17 points of total damage to him. Now, Yeasterbrew is looking to be in rough. He's in rough shape. And as a legendary action, he is going to cause another corpse to explode. He's going to do this with the one. One is right by both the Prince and Jim Jar. Why do you do this, Roll20? First, the Prince. Prince passes. Jim Jar. I should just be 5. Alright, they're both fine. Alright, so can you say that was the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Rosalind is going to rush to Whisker's aid.
Poor Whiskers.
Even with advantage, Rosalind misses. And then cast, because I'm pretty sure Rosalind would cast Healing Word on him. So Whiskers gets 4 hit points back.
Nice.
80 on your
How's he
up.
looking now?
Whiskers is looking fine. I'll just tell you how much he has. He has 34 out of 39 hit points.
Wait, so he does have more hit points than I do? Damn.
Probably. He's a big boy. It's your turn.
I'm gonna also... I don't know. Aurelia, how are you doing? Like, what do I see Aurelia doing?
I have still not lost any HP.
And Khan?
I'm still at, I believe, 44. Yeah, 44 with temporary 5.
Oh, and what's Feyolan doing? Sorry. God King.
What was that?
What's Feyolan doing?
Fallon is just cast a spell.
I have all my hit points, so don't worry about me.
Oh, I'm not talking about healing, I'm talking about eating you in battle. Because I don't think there's anyone that's free now since there were 4 of them and Rosie and I took that one.
The only one that's locked in combat right now is Whiskers with his hook horror, and Rosalind is helping him. Lupin, Eloria, and Khan have Yeasterbrood.
Helping.
And the Prince and Jim Jar just finished off their attackers.
Okay. Well, I'll go help Whiskers out with the hook horror.
Okay, what are you going to do?
If I go for like a specific Is it a higher thing if I go to like hit a specific part?
Yeah, if you want to do a cold shot, it's going to be harder to hit.
Like, will I do more damage though if I do?
Not so much. Well, it depends what you're trying to do. Like if
Well,
you're
if I
aiming for a
went
certain
the
body
throat,
part, you
it
could
would
try to disable.
hypothetically just straight up kill him.
Okay, if you're just trying to one-shot him, no, you can't do that. If you're trying to disable a body part, you would have to do a certain amount of damage to that specific body part by doing cold shots before that body part won't work. Like if you wanted to break his right arm, you need to do a quarter of his max amount of health damage to his right arm, and then his right arm wouldn't be able to work anymore.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go and attack him with my sword.
Go for it. You have advantage on this, so you get your crit. So you get 6 damage, and go ahead and roll up your damage again, because you don't have to crit working.
Do I add something too?
Yeah, just add no, just a D8. Just a straight up D8. You deal a total of 11 points of damage to the hook horror. Nice. It's still up though. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I can't really do much more.
There's like a family bonding project right here.
Oh, I know. Family murder.
Okay, Yeastabrood is going to attempt to slam Star King. Let's see here.
Can I defend? I mean, come on.
Well, your armor is defending you. Does a 15 break your armor class?
I believe armor class is 18.
Alright, so nope, he tries to like whip out a plant tentacle at you and it just bounces off your armor.
Ew. Gross. I mean, gross. Talking like a man now. I'm a big bear.
Talking like a man, not a panda.
Not a panda. I'm a brown bear.
Or maybe
All right.
you are a pen.
The hook horror attacks Whiskers again. Misses. Lupin goes for another attack. That hits, plus a sneak attack damage. Does 20 points of damage total. The prince is going to help out with the hook horror. Misses both times. Jimjar is helping out with Yeastabrood. He's able to hit at least. 7 points of damage plus a sneak attack. Yeastabrood is looking to be in very, very rough shape right now. Feyolan, you're up.
Nice.
Okay, I would like to use 2 charges of my wand, magic missile wand, and aim it at the big boy.
Go ahead and roll up the damage. Let's see, that'll be 4d4 plus 4.
Yeah, 4d4 plus 1. Well, plus 4, yeah. 4d4. Oh, wait, that's 1. Sorry. And then 3. So that's... Oh, fuck. 11 plus 4 is 15.
Wait, why do you roll twice there?
Because I accidentally pressed a 1d4,
Oh,
but it's supposed to be 4d4, so I took another 3d4.
okay. Feyolan, would you like to describe to me how you murder Yeastabrood?
He's the brood. Well, Feyolan is getting fed up with everything and just pulls out his wand. It charges. You can see the glow coming off of it, and he just aims the wand at the beast's head, and he shoots off his spell right in his face, making it explode into all different chunks, covering everybody who was near. No, just kidding.
Ren, why
Yeah.
his face? Why not aim inside his mouth so he explodes from the inside out?
No, I stand by what I said.
Okay, you blow up his face and chunks of like vegetated fungi mush just explodes outward. On his death, the hook horror spore servant falls to the ground. So let's get this music going back. Let's see here. Move back to this scene.
Okay, let's say this is the first time we've been in a fight where I have lost no HP.
Yeah, but Star King is currently diseased.
I had the clap. I mean,
I actually looked to see what this thing does to you. You wish you had the clap.
So how long does he have?
I could tell you, or I could make it a surprise, like a horrific surprise later, depending on whether or not he gets healed.
oh my god.
Can we leave now?
Is there a way to heal?
Well, you do have a cleric of lesser restoration.
I do.
She has no slots left.
I don't know. Do you have enough spell slots for another lesser restoration spell, Adion?
Yep, I'm only. Yeah, I do.
Are you going to cast it on Khan?
Yes, I like the furry.
Okay, would you like me to tell you what would have happened to you, Khan, if you continued to fail?
I would have developed AIDS and died like Freddie Mercury.
Each day you would have to roll to see if you failed the saving throw again. Each time you failed, fungus and mold would have grown all over your body.
Damn.
After the third failure, you would have just been dead, insta-killed, as the mold takes over your body and you become a spore servant.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a bit rougher than expected.
I would have gone out like a boss though.
Oh, and okay, like this is just a little bit of metagaming. You guys remember Seraph?
Yeah.
Thanks for the follow, 00 Tank. Welcome to the crew.
I am not entirely sure who.
Seraph was at Dark Elves with you guys that he kept scratching himself all the time. Kind of like what Star King was doing when he got this disease.
Yeah.
If he was with you when he entered Neverlight Grove, like he was infected with the same thing Star King just was.
Mm-hmm.
And which is why like he really, really wanted to come to Neverlight Grove. Like he took Stool's body to try to convince you guys to go to Neverlight Grove because the disease was telling him to come here.
Mm-hmm.
And in that fight, if he was still with you guys, his head would have exploded with spores. And he would have become an enemy.
Lol.
Oh. Don don don. Sorry.
So if you're curious, like, why was he taking Stool's body? Why was he scratching himself? It's like, this was why he was doing that.
That answers a lot of questions I forgot I had.
Because like I'm looking at a lot of weird things I had the NPC's characters doing, and I was like, the party's so lost with what's going on here, but I can't really tell them why I'm doing these things just yet. So like, you know,
Interesting.
that's why Seraph was so weird. And I think the only one that, well, I know you guys hated what was the fish's name? Shushar?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like one of the only characters that wasn't influenced by any of the demons. He was like he's the only one that was actually sane. That's why he was so awkward. He was the only sane person in the group.
Besides us, you mean?
You assume you're sane. I mean, you don't know all of this that's going on is actually real.
Coco, don't do no.
No, Coco, stop. No.
Wait, what?
He just meta gamed. He just probably slipped something that he shouldn't have.
You think I did that, or I'm just fucking with you.
Uh-huh.
You do know I like fucking with you guys.
Coco said the fuck word.
Oh, I gotta put the mature rating on the stream now. I'm not gonna do that. I could get away with saying it once and still get a PG rating. Which, if you guys didn't know, there's an actual DLive added the mature rating tag for streams. So, Yeasty Brew died. The remaining Spore Servant, which was a hook horror, also dropped to the ground. The Drow Spore Servants, they're still wearing their armor and have their weapons from before they were captured and trapped. The woman you killed, Feyolan, you all know that she must have been, like the leader of this patrol, because what she's wearing is much nicer than what everybody else got on.
So, what is she wearing exactly?
Are you guys going to inspect?
I will
Yes.
inspect.
No, I'm going to leave.
Well, you leave, and you will be all by yourself without backup. Just saying.
I'd rather
Coco,
be all by
Coco,
myself without backup.
Coco, can I ask you something in a one-to-one voice chat real quick?
All right, I'll be right back. Quickly, guys. Going to general. Okay, what's up, Cerelia?
This is just a basic question, and I don't want the other guys to know until I know about this. But would, since lawful good in general do everything for the greater good?
It's not an absolute. Don't
No, I
consider the alignments as an absolute. Like, you could try to do good and obey the law, but that doesn't mean like you're going to
I know.
always sacrifice it.
Yeah, if a lawful good finds something unlawful, best for the greater good, they can do it. But the thing is, considering Adian's breakouts, would, with the thought of doing something that could perhaps become good, a pygmy mushroom fed to Adian be a thing?
Well, I don't think that will go against alignment, technically. I mean, if you want to try to do it, like, that's not gonna be an alignment thing.
I've considered it since it would be fun. 2, my character could actually do it based around trying to be helpful. Her Adian not being able to see everything might calm them down. So,
well, it's up to you if you want to try it. I'm not going to stop you from doing it, and that might work out for your character. We'll see how that turns out.
all right, I'll try it.
Okay, jumping back in. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, so Adian is frantically kind of stepping away. Whiskers is sticking with Adian. The rest of the group, I assume, is kind of like looking over the loot.
Yeah.
There is a very fancy set of leather armor. I'll just tell you the stats. It's a +2 studded leather, a +2 short sword, a bag of holding.
Oh.
Wait, is it
Dibs.
a +2 short sword? Is that a finesse?
Yes.
Can I take that?
It's up to the group to let you take it.
I already have a short sword. I don't need another one.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to. I'm at the wrong fucking character. I was like, where's my fucking inventory?
I know Rosalind is currently carrying a curse sword that she can't not use, so she won't take the short sword.
What is the base for the leather armor?
This is studded leather, which is 12 AC, but it's +2, which moves up to 14 AC.
Okay, never mind then.
Oh, that would actually be good.
And the bag of holding.
Both the weapon and leather.
I would
are-
like the bag of holding, if possible.
Okay. In the bag of holding are 2 spell scrolls. A remove curse spell and a spider climb spell.
Wait. Remove what?
Remove curse.
Spell and
Spider climb.
spider climbs spell in bag of holding. Okay.
Also 40 days of rations.
40 Oh damn! We needed that.
Yep, we did.
And
Ration,
320
ration.
silver pieces.
320. Ooh, silver pieces. So it's 310. Okay. Where are my rations? 40 rations.
Are we gonna split those or?
Yeah, I will keep them for everybody. Don't worry.
Now, so you know, all like, and the other drow servants, they were wearing chainmail and using short swords.
Yeah.
That'd be just basic stuff, but they are all made through drowcraft. Meaning that if they are exposed to sunlight for too long, they lose their magical properties.
Also
Yeah, an
the
hour, right?
Wait, what was that?
An hour, is that right?
Yes, an hour in direct sunlight, and they lose their magical properties.
Which
Yeah,
ones?
same with my cloak.
All of the short sword, the subtle leather, even the bag of holding is made using drowcraft.
Damn it, then I think my armor is better to use as is now, since that's eel hide studded. So reduce.
But we're gonna be
my-
stuck in the Underdark for a while, so it
True.
wouldn't hurt. You can also put your extra armor in my bag of holding. That's fine.
Well, if that's the case, then I would like to put my leather in eel hide studded leather in your backpack.
Yeah, just put it in your notes that it's in my backpack.
I will.
Okay, now that we got that settled with, Adion, you're trying to get out of there, right?
Yeah, but would the entrance still be closed?
Yusubru's body is still in front of the entrance blocking it, but everybody give me a perception check.
Oh, good God. I hate it when we have to do
2
that.
seconds. I'm still adding stuff.
Okay.
The leather was just studded leather, right?
It's a +2 studded leather.
13 and
Oh,
weight.
shit.
Okay, Khan and Feyolan. You don't hear this, Adion, because you're just too kind of freaking out trying to get out, but you're not finding a way out. But there are other hallways leading into this room. Feyolan, Khan, you hear music coming down 2 of these hallways. And it's getting louder and louder. It's like it's coming near you.
Well, I guess we're not done fighting just.
No, we're not.
Jesus.
And also, like, in a corner of the room, you hear somebody say, like, "Oh no, what's going on over here?" And you see, like, Rump the Dump snuck into the room.
How the fuck did you get in here?
Like,
Um,
I followed you when you came up here with what Basilio told you to.
So why didn't you help us? No, just kidding. I wouldn't ask that. I'm not that
It was
much.
too scary. I was too scared.
Well,
I'm
they're
not-
gone now.
I'm not brave like Stool.
Well, you're
um,
brave in your own right. Don't worry about it.
Is Adian still freaking out?
Adian, are you still freaking
How do
out?
we get out? He's
Um,
gonna
Yeah, Coco know what
he's
I'm
gonna walk
do.
up to
Go ahead and I guess give me a sleight of hand check.
what are you doing?
You'll figure out if I actually do it.
Well, Adian, go ahead and give me a perception check to counter this. You need to break a 24.
That's not gonna happen.
All right, while you're panicking, saying like, we need to find a way out. We need to find a way out. Eloria kind of like jumps up onto you and forces a pygmy mushroom into your mouth.
A what? What does that do?
Adion, you shrink down to probably about 8 or 9 inches tall.
The hell?
What the fuck, Eloria?
Now I'm confused.
Well,
Alright, hold on. Roll initiative, bitch!
Now, you guys do remember the pygmy mushrooms. Like, you used them before.
Yeah, I still have some, so
Yeah.
beware.
Let me explain.
Now I'm tiny and can murder you in small form.
Well, Aiden is freaking out based on all the mushrooms he can see. Him being small, we can make sure he can't see the mushrooms. Ergo, he should relax a bit more.
That's so fucking stupid. I'm so
Although
sorry.
he
You wanted
might,
to just doomed us all?
he might be angry at me.
I kind of question that
I'm
decision.
pissed! I'm fucking pissed!
I'm questioning that decision on as to why that.
Oh
thought
my
process-
god, Caramel just joined.
I
At the perfect
came
time.
to an argument.
Fucking kill you!
Alright.
I don't get the thought behind this. I'm so sorry, but why would Eloria do this?
Basically, to try and stop Adian from being overly scared of the mushrooms.
Does Eloria have fucking brain damage or something?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Well,
the-
that technically yes. Considering all the time she have died.
Okay, so let's catch Caramel up with what's going on. Okay. Caramel,
I'm so confused.
have you been listening to the stream this entire time, Caramel?
No, I have not.
Why?
Because I was working?
How dare
Like,
you? How dare you?
I get distracted easily, what can I say?
Okay, so you guys are never. I'm just going to like speed through this. You're in Neverlight Grove. You talked to some people. You got healed up. You're fed. You accepted a quest to check out some weird shit going on. One of the leaders is like, things are bad. I can't go up there because I'm going to be infected. You guys check it out and tell me what's going on. You went there. You got into a boss fight. There was some dark elves that were part of a patrol that went to capture you, but they got trapped. Now they're fungus creatures. You guys just got done with the fight. Adian has been freaking the fuck out this entire time. And Eloria thought that it was best, since Adian's freaking out, to shrink Adian down.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And that's where we're at.
Out of character question, but if Aiden has shrunk down, does that mean everything he was carrying is no longer is also shrunk down,
No,
or is it not?
Everything on you is also shrunk down.
Okay, I was gonna say, because if you were gonna keep me like that, y'all were gonna become encumbered. Also, does this cut my damage of any of my weapons?
If you try to attack in this form, yes, it will.
God damn it.
Also, spells. The spells. What's the effect?
No, the spells should still work the same.
Awesome.
Treat that
Basically.
But I don't understand the thought process though. I mean, why would?
The idea was that since Adian is freaking out due to watching the mushrooms, if Adian can't see them, they wouldn't freak out.
I now regret healing Aurelia.
Ergo, doing something for the greater good.
Everybody give me another perception check, please.
Oh, damn it! Oh my
Hold
god!
on, Coco. Hold on, I'm not done.
Alright, while everybody's rolling, what are you doing, Adion?
I'm casting Guiding bolt right at Aurelia.
Okay.
You gotta be kidding me! Just as I've actually changed.
No,
my
no.
Is Rosie here in time to talk Adian out of making a potentially big mistake?
No, it's too late. She already,
Yeah, it's
she
too
already
late.
did it.
Go ahead
It's
and
happening.
roll your attack, Adian.
What do I roll for that?
It's an attack roll. A d20 plus 2 plus your wisdom.
And you said perception, right, Coco?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
That's going to hit you, Adian. Aloria.
Wait,
Fuck you.
wait, what?
Get wrecked!
How much damage?
You
You're
take
lucky.
you
You're
take
lucky.
12 points of damage, Eloria. Now, are we going to be rolling initiative at this point?
For what?
Adian
kill?
just attacked Eloria.
No,
Well,
I'm not attacking her.
my character will
I'm just
basically just shrug it off. I deserve that.
Aw, sad.
All
I
right.
like to think that like little 8-inch Adian just like casted this lightning bolt of anger.
It's just like this
I'm not
giant
gonna
beast.
hurt my teammates.
It's kind of like when Vegeta became like a giant monkey and Goku did a Kamehameha to him. It's like that tiny Goku to the.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
that's
wait,
exactly
no.
what that is.
Oh, that's fucking
I'm
hilarious.
curious, how would she react?
Well,
Trying to help those who need.
all right. So, something else I forgot to mention, Rosalind, when you're talking to the big bad boss, he mentioned about something about a wedding rehearsal for the Lady of Decay. So,
It's a wedding?
wedding rehearsal. So, Khan, Feyolan. Wait. Why did you roll a sleight of hand check? No, I screwed up too much. Okay, I only got perception checks for
I
Khan
never
and
rolled
Rosalind.
perception.
I'm missing.
Oh, sorry. Sleight of hand. Wait, what? No, perception.
Perception.
Yeah, sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah, I rolled an ad one, so did.
Okay, the only ones that hear this now, you all hear the music, and it seems to be like a cacophony of wedding music of various different cultures.
By the way, Coco.
Yes.
A little change to the not attacking. My character won't attack; it will just slap. Adian.
jeez.
Wait.
You guys gonna do anything about how this piece of shit has been treating me?
I just sneak up to Adian, pick him up. I'm like, "Are you gonna behave?"
Rosalind's breaking out of her coma and like, oh wow, it's all right.
Okay. Well,
God, those
I
are so
feed-
weird.
I feed Adian one Big Making mush. And I glare at Aurelia like, "Don't ever fucking do that again."
Right,
Eh.
alright.
On a positive note, Adian is no longer freaking out because of the rage he feels inside for Aurelia.
And while you guys are doing all this, you don't notice about 24 other creatures have stepped into the room. Each from the different hallways, coming from one end to the other. There are multiple myconoids, spore servants of various kinds. Spore servants range from being Quagif, Hokarers, Drow, humans, just various races.
Wait. Oh my god, that's How do we all know that?
We're gonna die.
On one side, like they appear to be marching in a line, and the music begins to grow louder. In front of one of the lines, you see a very tall machinoid wearing like a spider web hanging over its front, almost as if it's like a wedding veil.
Right.
And on the other side is another tall machinoid. Just doesn't seem to be like he seems to be actually be attempting to wear clothes. You haven't seen any machinoids wear clothes before, but it's just a mismatch of just kind of like different sets of clothing just kind of like piled up on top of each other as they march in the line. And Rubberdump's behind you. He's like, oh, what's going on over here?
Oh, this is gonna go fucking crazy, I swear to God!
I'm just curious, since my character, well, rather, when all this happened, Aloria will pull her 2 weapons forth.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
Well, I put Idion down. Wow, he's a big boy again. Because he's probably too heavy for me to carry.
Oh yeah, most likely.
Yeah, I just tell him that don't worry, I got your back. And I get my bow and arrow ready for a fight.
You mean your crossbow, right?
Yeah, I mean that, sorry.
Rosalind, what are
Big
you doing?
difference.
A second, sorry, I'm still writing that thing for work. Rosalind is back in her coma for 5 minutes.
Okay, Khan, what are you up to?
I'm about to bring out my javelin and throw it.
Are you going to throw it, or are you just preparing to throw it?
I am preparing to throw it depending on what's going on here.
Coco, I'm curious. Can I investigate to see if I notice who the lady is?
Yes, you can. Okay, you try to look past. Oh, by the way, that 13. Let's see what Lupin will do. Lupin is just trying to he's putting his finger to his mouth to you guys, telling you to shush, and kind of waves you to back up against the wall and not get in their way.
Who's this Lupin character?
Decilia Fox.
Oh, that guy, yes. I remember him.
Okay. Eloria, when you try to look past the veil, you notice that this machinoid has painted their face and part of their upper body like red, and also has has odd growths along the sides of its face, almost as if this machinoid is trying to squish out the sides of their face and spread it out. Almost it seems like she's trying to imitate someone, but you can't tell who.
Interesting.
And for the most part, they don't seem to pay you guys any attention as they continue to what it seems like to be a mockery of Redden rehearsal. They both stand what appears to be like the bride and the groom at what should be an altar. And they just kind of mimic the motions as if there was a priest there to say the vows. Throughout all of this, what are you guys doing?
Adian's gonna lean over to shit, what's Rin? Rin, what's your character's name again? I keep forgetting. Feyolan.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, we need to leave now. This mold lady is bad news. We need to go.
Alright. I motion to the other ones to stay quiet and duck, and that we should probably find an exit because it's not good news.
Wait, so you're telling us to hide?
Just duck low and try to see if there's an exit anywhere near us.
In that case, I think we should go. What do you think?
Alright.
What do you think? 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 What Aloria will attempt to stealthily walk around the end of the room, the walls.
Alright, you guys trying to be quiet? Go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Okay. I put up my hood.
Shit.
20. Didn't even need my advantage.
I
Oh,
told
shit.
you guys that a tiny Indian was good.
Here's the thing, Starking, you actually have disadvantage because of your armor.
Oh, okay. Let me roll again. Sorry. Let me roll again.
When you get a 4, there's like not much else you could do to get worse than that.
Yeah, but there you go.
Okay.
Still fail.
We'll stick with the 4. Okay, so was that everybody? We're missing Rosalind. That's right, Rosalind is in a coma right now.
Yeah, she'll be back in a bit.
I heard Sora say stealth. I'm like, oh nope, it's not working now.
Yeah. Oh, and thanks for the follows, guys. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the crew. All right. While you guys begin to try to sneak around and to look for a way out, the creatures, the machinoids, and all the spore servants appear to move on from what should have been the altar and move deeper down into the Garden of Welcome. That's moving completely past you, ignoring you. But when you try to get by them, Rubadump grabs onto the sleeve of one of you guys. Let's see who.
Sorry, Rubadump?
Rubadump. He's a child machinoid you guys met. He's a friend of.
It's still his brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's his brother because I think that's cute.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, Khan.
Of course.
Like, Rubadump just kind of like grabs onto like your arm or your sleeve, whatever you have on your. Well, you can't really say sleeve. You're wearing metal armor. But he gets your attention. He's like, hey, are they going towards Humongous? I think they're going into Humongous. I know I've seen that word again. Yugmorgus.
Yugmorgus?
They're going into Yugmorgus. That can't be good, right?
No, it cannot be good.
What
I'm just
is
gonna
it?
pause here and say, Stark, that was like the sexiest way you've ever said that. I love it.
Okay, calm down, ladies.
Hey, calm down. I'm playing a
Calm
role here.
down.
I deepened my voice for this role for reasons, since we don't have.
Well, it's working.
All right. All right.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, get a room. Now, Rosalind, you missed this part, but they did mention Yugmorgus, which is something very, very important to the Machinoids and to the Underdark in general, which is kind of like a giant labyrinthine creature, which is like think of it like a sentient mushroom city.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And Basidia was worried that they might be doing something in Yugmorgus. Basidia is the one that gave you the quest.
As I say, it's like, I don't want to seem like a fool and ask. Sorry, I've got a lot of catching up to do. I missed 3 weeks. Or 2.5, whatever.
Oh, well, watch the streams. They'll catch you up. Leave a like and follow.
I'll check out on Mines.
I did put them up on mines.
God, I'm so fucking far behind on Mines. Jesus Christ. Alright, sidetrack.
Alright, so what are you guys doing now? Gonna continue looking for a way out?
Nah. Yeah. I was about to say that we follow them.
More thing to do, yeah.
Okay, the corpse of Yestabrud is still blocking the entrance.
What the hell is that?
It's a big monster we beat.
That thing.
The thing.
Paco.
Oh. Oh, that's pretty fucking ugly.
That's not a nice thing to say.
No, but it's accurate.
You hurt its feelings.
It doesn't have
You
feelings.
don't
It's ugly to have
care.
feelings.
1d4 emotional damage.
Coco, all I'm gonna ask is, are there any useful materials on that character? Not
Which-
items, materials.
On Yistabrud,
Yes.
you don't know. I mean, there's just a lot of fungus, a lot of vegetation. You don't really see organs or anything like that. It's like if somebody just blew up a mushroom.
Ah, fair. Can't use knife materials.
Well, what do you guys do? His corpse is blocking the path.
I move it.
Okay, even with your considerable strength, you're gonna need help to move him. He's very huge.
I was about to say I would move over him.
So you're going to grab him and try to push him aside, Star King.
Yes.
Who is going to help?
Is Whiskers big enough to help?
Oh, Whiskers is a big boy. He could try to help. Are you gonna ask him?
We probably should ask him, yeah.
Ask him because I want to hear Coco do his voice.
Well, go ahead, ask him.
Can you help me move the boulder, Whiskers?
I am Groot.
God, you guys are being so pushy already. Fine, I'll
That's
help.
exactly what I wanted.
Thank you, Whiskers.
So you want me to
Bless.
like touch that thing to try to disease us?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yes, that's what he asked.
We should make Aurelia do it. Since he's
Well-
so interested in freaking mushrooms.
Well, I can try to carve my way through it. Make a small little hole, maybe.
So you want to dig your tunnel your way through his body?
Wow.
That sounds so wrong. Please don't ever say that again, Coco.
We don't know how Coco
I,
mates.
I,
It's not
I'm gonna
judged.
move him. Let's move him. Let's move him.
I'm
If the-
I'm gonna attempt to carve my way through.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
All right. First, we're gonna go through the strength check. Go ahead, Star King. Do this with advantage since Whiskers is helping you out.
All right. So athletics or
Yeah. Let's do athletics.
okay. With advantage. Poof.
15 is not gonna be able to do it. You give it another try. We have some more people helping you out.
All right.
Yeah, what the?
Anybody else? All
That
right.
sounds like an adventure. Rosalind, do it.
All right. Another one.
No idea what the fuck
Yep.
she's doing right now, which is exactly her thing.
Great. Give me another athletics check.
Athletics check.
Okay, with advantage. You were able to push the body enough for you guys to squeeze out and go back to Neverlight Grove.
Huzzah!
Guess I won't cut my way through.
You so good.
You sound so disappointed on that. Why?
Because something worked.
Well, Stark, because Aurelia, Aloria is very hell-bent on helping. They were not of help.
You know there's a big bear that can move things with help. Let
No,
the strength do it.
No, guys, my character will still drill a way through.
Okay, wait. So they pushed to the side. You guys can walk through, but you're still going to dig, Eloria?
Yes. So rather, before that, I will actually see. Do I notice it?
Yes, you notice it.
Well, yeah, I will dig my way through.
Oh,
No,
Okay.
I mean,
I want to see this. I want to stand on the other side of the monster, see her dig her way out.
okay, wait, I just want to verify. Okay, so they pushed Ystabrut's body to the side. You saw them push it to the side. Everybody's walking through, but you're choosing to dig through anyway.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to stop you. I just wanted to be clear that that's what's going on. What are you using to dig your way through?
Well, oh, I'm gonna use a throwing knife.
Okay, so you're going to use a throwing knife to start hacking into it and dig your way through them.
Yes.
All right. You attempt to start doing that. What's What's everybody else doing?
We're going through the way, get past the body.
Okay, so you're going to go and try to find Basidia.
No, except for me, I'm gonna wait until Illyria comes out the other side of the body. Just gonna stand there.
I'm gonna kick the body just so it rumbles while Aurelia's inside.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. Like you kick the body. It's like it's a really big, thick body. It had armor class of 15, so it doesn't really do much when you kick it. So the rest of the party leaves, Starking staying behind to watch Aurelia work.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give Tree any good ideas.
Okay, so you enter back into you leave the Garden of Welcome, and you enter back into the Neverlight Grove. I just assumed you were going to look for Basidia, but you don't have to.
I said we just leave. Get as far away from here as possible.
Yeah. Oh, I really don't know, you guys.
Why would we want to leave? Like, I'm asking for a friend because I know everything.
Well, this wedding that's going on is making Adrian have PTSD flashbacks, and it's freaking everybody out a bit. At the same time, in the village, there was this guy who asked us to do this, to defeat that thing, and we did, and they would have information for us we kind of sort of need. I mean, at least Loria and Khan really want that information. So I guess that for them, we should probably go and talk to that fucker that sent us to our death. And afterwards, just, hey, by the way, the wedding is going on. It looks super creepy. Bye, good luck. See you later, alligator.
I petitioned to have Rin explain everything. I love this.
Yes.
Please no. It sounds like way too much work.
So fucking good.
So yeah.
Alright, well, lead on and I'll pretend I know what's going on until I figure it out. Just like always.
So how long does it take for Aurelia to come out of the other side? I'm just curious.
You've been standing for like 10 minutes, and Aloria's like barely like digging her way into him.
Can we just leave him?
You could do whatever you want. I'm not forcing you guys to do anything. This thing is like it's like a thick, like vegetable kind of thing. It only erupted because it had magic bolts blasted in his face after it took like a ton of damage.
Yeah, after Feyolan
You know
killed
what?
it. Yeah, I know.
You know what?
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop and climb over it.
All right, so you're just gonna walk through the entrance now.
I guess. I wanted to climb over it, but okay.
I mean, yeah, you could climb over it, but are you just do you just want to stand on top of it, or are you just trying to climb over to get past it?
To get past it.
Okay, yeah, you. Climb over it, get past it, and...
So how long does it take for Aurelia to come out of the other side? I'm just curious.
Okay, yeah, you climb over it, get past it. Okay, yeah, you climb over it, get past it, and...
I get past it.
Okay, yeah, you climb over it, get past it, and... Now you're out of the garden room. Welcome.
Thank God.
Star, can you see all of this? Okay.
I do.
Okay, so Feyolan, you're leading the group out of here, right?
I thought we were going to talk to that person that gave us the
Well,
assignment.
you tell me what you're doing.
Well, we're walking away from the clove, like really sneakily still, I hope. I mean, Aurelia kind of fucked that up for us, but hey, so yeah, we're just sort of walking back and looking around if we see that mushroom person that gave us the assignment. At least that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to find a person to, like, probably yell at them for a bit.
Okay, as you guys go through Neverlight Grove, Sovereign Basidia does approach you. What did you see over there? What happened? We've heard a lot of noise.
Well, the good news, that thing that was terrorizing it's dead. The bad news, there's definitely a wedding going on there.
Wait, Ding, what are you talking about? What was happening?
Well, there were a lot of people turning into mushrooms. They were screaming.
Was Yesterbrood?
Dying.
Was he there?
Yeah, he was.
What was he doing?
Didn't we kill him?
Yeah,
Well,
Yesterbrood was the leader of the Circle of Masters. And he
Is that
was
the thing we killed or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay, like, well, he was. Well, do you want to know what he's doing now, or what he was doing when we were up there?
Tell me all you've discovered in your investigation.
Well, he was there. Yes, he was very aggressive, very big. He was controlling mushroom hybrids, creatures that have fallen and have been infected by him, who we could control. They were slowly turning into mushroom things, no offense. He was controlling them, making them attack us. So, yeah, they're dead now.
Are you saying he took living creatures to turn them into spore servants?
Yes, that.
But
yes,
why?
He did that.
Why would he do that?
We don't know. He attacked us before we could find out. We had to fight for our lives there.
You do actually know.
Oh, come on! Like, guys, help me a bit! I have really bad short-term memory!
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
What?
He's not.
Someone just help me finish this conversation.
I can help with.
I don't recall like that.
Everybody give me a history check.
If you want to get the party killed,
Sorry, but honestly, guys, I am really bad at remembering short-term memory shit.
Oh.
Oh my god.
God. That was not a single one.
Alright, so
Khan, how did you roll this?
I have a -1 in history. I'm stupid.
alright, Rin, I will gladly step up to the plate and bullshit my way through this if you want to break.
All right, so here's the way I took what was going on. What Feyolan was telling us earlier, talking to one of the Drow, part of the patrol that came after him, the one that went missing that you told us about, said that they were being fed to the Great Cedar, and that they're all being created for what was it, Feyolan? The Lady Decay.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
And I may have, my memory might be a bit fuzzy, but if I recall, that's what Zookmoid, the demon queen of fungus, is called. Because I got a pretty good religion check.
The old one.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Is there anything else anybody wanted to add?
Heck no, that's more than I remembered.
No. And by the way, guys, I have to leave for now.
All right, we're about to wrap this up, actually.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna stay for the last couple of minutes.
Okay, so, like, I didn't really want like the like loop in to just finish off this conversation, but if you guys are happy with that, we could end with that.
Yeah.
I'm actually
I'm
unsure.
fine
what
with that.
happened
I'm
this
so
time.
brain dead right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just to remind you, Basidia asked you to investigate what's going on with Easterbrood because he's been missing, and then she did tell you about the Drow Patrol that disappeared a few weeks ago. Found the Drow Patrol. They're being created into spore servants. Easterbrood was talking about a wedding, the wedding for the Lady of Decay that they were doing the rehearsal for. Easterbrood was turning to drown the spores. The rehearsal you saw was the rehearsal for the Lady of Decay, which is, if anybody did a religion check would know, is the demon queen of the fungus and rot. Fungus, rot, decay. That's what Zootmorg is, and that's why Adion has been freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
So, Easterbrood was taken over by Zootmorg.
Okay. Wait,
Okay.
who left?
There she is. So, that's what happened.
Okay.
After Lupin explains everything and mentions Zootmorg, Basidia just throws her arms up. It's like, all right, fuck it, we're out of here. I'm going to grab all the people who are not tainted, and we are leaving. Where do you want to go? Because we'll take you wherever that is.
Wait, where was that town again? That we needed to deliver the letter to?
Blightstone?
Crocodile?
I think it's Blightstone.
That's
Yeah,
giant
Limestone.
place.
We need to go there.
Right. Can we go to the tomb first?
Yes, it's on the way, actually. It's the next dungeon that's prepared for you guys.
Yay!
In that case, I want to go to the tomb.
So, Basidia gathers up what appears to be a little over 20 other myconoids, and they're bringing their own supplies, their own weapons, and they escort you out of Neverlight Grove.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where we're going to leave it there for now.
Okay.
Oh no.
That
Wait,
sucks.
wait, wait. 20 myconids is gonna follow us. It's gonna guide us.
Yes.
That's not gonna help with Adian's freak out.
Aliens got
Andy's
me
not
and Rosie.
freaking out anymore. Andy's got rage towards you.
Rage.
So, just so you know, there was more stuff if you guys decided to follow the wedding group. I forget what they're called. And there was a chance you would actually get to meet Zootmorg. What would happen after that? That would have been up to you guys.
No. No. Not even. No.
Anyways, I have
See how much trouble you're getting without me.
So thank you, Sorelli, for showing up. You have a good night.
and you guys too.
Thanks everybody else. Thank you, Tree. Thank you, Rin. Thank you, Stark King.
Going back to bed.
Okay. Hey, Super Bowl's gonna start soon. Just saying. And
Another,
2 hours.
another Tom Brady Super Bowl, yay.
and thank
I'm gonna
you,
make
Caramel,
some
for
cake
eventually
for
showing
Michael.
up.
I'll catch that later.
Yeah,
Welcome.
you suck.
Bye
No.
bye. Welcome.
I'm cranky
Also,
for being
next
here in
week,
the
Yep,
beginning.
yeah.
We've got
Yeah,
some
thanks,
romantic
Frankie.
shit happening next week.
I hope whatever's going on with you, Cranky, you get things go well. Sorry, you haven't been having fun this time. Just I hope the best for you, buddy. And everybody else that followed today, everybody else watching, I hope you guys had a great time. Next week is Tree's campaign, which is going to be the Valentine's episode.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I hope so. If
Loudly threatening.
this Tree, just saying, if you need another week off, I could probably BS something real quick for Valentine's Day.
No, I got it.
Okay, you got it. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey,
Right?
I already set it up with that wonderful scene with Rin.
Oh,
Yeah, you did.
right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Well,
So,
they're gonna have a surprise in store for us.
so till then, I hope you guys have a great night. And I'll catch you later. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.
Take care.